What's up? What's up? What's up, my 4C gang? Cooking, comedy, cussing, and cocktails. This your boy, comedian Michael Allen. Let's have some good, clean conversation tonight. It's gonna be good. Let me tell you why I have the peace that I have. We're gonna have my girl Upward Onward, who is old as me. I'm joking. I love talking to Upward Onward. Hold on. Anyway, hey, I wanted to change my shirt, but I don't have to. Don't judge me, judge yourself. Anyway, come on in, come on in. I said we have 5 people in here. I was sitting here thinking today. First of all, I'm in such a peaceful place, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it has a lot to do with who you surround yourself with. Hey, Linda, front row. Hey, sis. There's a couple of things I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna tell you why. God will put people in your life and then remove people. Let me drop this link first of all. Um, God will make you change whether you want to or not. I thought about this today. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Okay, I did that. Let me drop this link. We're gonna have Upward on here. She won't be my co-host. I don't know why. And I want to say this about Upward. A lot of people had a problem with Upward being on here. Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing? Upward is one of the first people that ever got on my live that didn't get up here and say, I'm down with Ortega. Better nobody talk about Ortega. It was none of that. If y'all even remember how we first met, her and somebody went at it that I was cool with. And she thought I was mad at her. I said, no. It's so refreshing to have somebody that's not on here. Because a lot of y'all all know that most people I've dealt with that came on here that I showed love to, they were getting something out of it. Notoriety or people knowing them. When somebody gets up here and always saying, hey, better nobody, say no. No, it's not that. I'm not that type of person. That is why my subscribers that I have my diehard, if I say something that's wrong and out of order, I have no problem with y'all saying, CMA, hold up, that ain't right. You ain't got to kiss my ass. I'm not going to block you. We can agree to disagree. I think I'm in such a place. I may not have the same numbers that I used to have, but I don't need it because one thing God has done for me, He has supplied all my needs. He has been sufficient. I don't tell everything that I went to. The hardest thing, even when I lost my mom, there have been people that came and there's been people that went, but God has kept me. My bank account ain't like I wanted to, but in order for God to bless you, you have to do some of the work too. I had to stop going to the casino. That was one of my vices when I lost my mom. You know what? Let me go here. Or drinking as much or cussing people out as much. But for God to put people in my life, I'm going to shout out my mama Tara. Y'all may not see it. Let me tell you how good God is. I always check in on Tara. We may not talk all the time. See, people think people that's your friend is somebody y'all talk to. No. Some of your best friends is the one you don't talk to that much. And then y'all can talk. And it's like y'all ain't never not been apart. My mother-in-law texted me the other day. She cashed at me and said, "Hey, I've been going through a lot. I'm all right." So for her to cash, do you get what I'm saying? For her to do that, she's going through something, but yet to do that, hey, Upward, to do that, God has really been showing me a lot. Um, this is why I wanted Upward up here, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. A lot of people had a problem, and I'm not trying to hash up any old thing, but I'm just saying why I deal with her. And outside of here, she did not come up here with that. And a lot of what we talk about is the Bible verses, and it's always something to uplift. Now, she don't. I don't mind telling her when I think there's something wrong she ain't doing, and as well. Sometimes I get mad. I'll say something. She'll be like, "What did I tell you?" I'll be like, "You know what? That's why I didn't want to tell you." But when it comes to God, I even said this, and I was like, "You know what? I've been." She said, "Boy, it's only been 2 weeks, CMA." And no, I was like, "Well, you couldn't just give me the kudos and hit on the back." And the reason I'm even doing this one, God has been talking to me so much lately. And the reason I say that is that I realize this. I ain't been into it with nobody. I ain't responded to nobody.
Only do it.
Listen, if somebody talking about me, I wouldn't even know. But I also thank God that nobody has brought anything to me
Mhm.
because that was also a problem that people would say something and then I would go look. And so let me just say this. God has really been showing a lot of things to me. That's why this title is When God Talks to You, Listen. I was telling Upward, it's so many Bible verses that pop up. And every Bible verse been about um it's not about who started the argument, it's about who entertains the argument. It's like it's just been everything to me. Even today, a Bible verse popped up that said, when her mother loves her children, and when she passes away, she wants her children to get along. I say, Lord, come on, stop, God. Because y'all know how my issue with my sisters. I mean, I do talk to my older one,
Yeah.
but confirmation is so much. I had just talked to Upward and I was saying, I have steps. It's only one man my mama ever went with because I never thought any man was good enough for my mama, but the one guy, Gerald. And I will be interviewing my one stepsister. So I do have one stepbrother, Gerald, a stepsister, Valerie, Lauren, and Janice. I leave church the other day, and I had just talked to Upward the night before, and I was telling her about my sister Valerie, my stepsister. Lo and behold, the next day I leave church and I'm going past the grocery store. I said, "Well, you know what? Let me go in here and see if they got a sale." Soon as I walked in, some lady said, "Michael," and I turned and looked. It's my stepsister Valerie. You know what she said to me? She said, and I had been, see, y'all don't even know what I've been going through. And so She said, "Hey," I said, "You got a cigarette?" Because I've been trying to stop, but hell, it'd be hard sometimes. She give me a whole pack of cigarettes of the kind she smoked, which is the same kind I smoke, Cool 100. And we're talking. She said, "You know, boy, go out there and smoke a cigarette." So as I'm going past, it's an old man there. She said she was in there with her husband. I said, "Is this your husband?" She said, "No." He said, "Don't touch me." Soon as he said, "Don't touch me," mind you, I had just left church, feeling good. Just ran into my sister. Y'all know me in my mouth. When he said that, I said, "Nigga," my sister better say, don't do that. Apologize. I told her this tonight. I said, "This bitch crazy in my mind. Apologize for what?" But that was the devil trying. Everything that I was feeling good about was about to go. I said, "You know what, sir? I'm sorry." And I walked on out. And instead of me being happy, I done ran to my sister I ain't talked to in a while. The fact that she even said, "Hey, well, get what you want on me." I said, "No." She said, "No, buy it." That's nothing but God. And since I've been nice, since I ain't been cussing people out, Miss Smith is another one. Love you, Miss Smith, for what you do. Kendra, love you for what you do. Tara, Upward, love. And I'm not just saying financial. I am happy wife life. Kudos to, I will be interviewing her. I'm gonna set that live up. My best YouTuber of the week because she has never judged me, and that's a woman, first lady of the church, that has always said, "Hey, be you." Mika, love you. Even though Mika on the other end of the spectrum, cuss a bitch out. Her and Tara both. But the confirmation that I've been getting from God, thank you, Jesus, because I would not be into position you have to listen. Am I making sense? Upward.
You
You
are.
know more than I know. I enjoy. First of all, let me give you your flowers while I can. I
Okay. I
never.
get so embarrassed. We do this. Oh, for the
But no,
love.
I got to give you your flowers, and because my thing is this. Um, you and I, the first time when you and Coco was into it, and shout out to Coco because when Coco said we're not going to do it, and I agreed to it, I'm not going to do it either. I wish her so well. And Coco was somebody that I could talk to again, no matter what. I could even talk to Queen of Queen because how can I? And I was some sweet reader that when I say I got the gift of goodbye, I'm not mad at nobody because how can I expect God to keep blessing me and I'm harboring something? But let me give you your
It's
flowers.
true.
When I first met you and Coco was going at it on my live. And hold on, oh, so y'all gotta excuse me. So you thought you was like, "I'll just get down." And what I said to you, "I ain't do nothing to you." Remember that?
You did. Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "I ain't coming back over here no more." I don't know how it is that you and I ended up becoming close, but I'm going to tell you this: that is one of the best things that happened because when I call, we'd be like, "Friend, hey friend," and we do disagree on a lot of things,
Yes, we do.
but
We
I don't
really
care.
do.
I say what I feel, you say what you feel, and that is it. I can't expect you to react the way I do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is time. This is a time that what's been right, and she'll let you know what. Well, what I tell you? I said, "Oh, well, you know what? This scripture hit me." She said, "I talked to my father God." I said, "You know what?" And I love that because it's not like she's up here. It's not like she's trying to gain. She's not a content creator.
Even though
She's
you're trying to make me one, I
You
want no
should,
parts.
you should be my co-host.
Mm.
I'm drinking water, y'all. No, I'm not. Let me stop. See, God just said stop lying. God is good all the time.
And all the time, God is good.
So let me ask you this. What do you think? Because I know quite a few times you said something so profound today because I called you out on something. You said, "You know what? See, you ain't called me out on the good part, but or like you eating or something, or whatever it was."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we do a lot. We will call out somebody when they ain't doing good and because instead of me saying, "Girl, you know, you've been working out." You first of all, I saw Monica. Upward. Okay, look, I saw Upward. She
There
been working out. She
it is.
done
Bam.
baby. She had me rethinking my sexuality. You better be glad. Upward. First of all, you my friend and my sis. But I kind of looked at you like, okay. She made me want to get an older woman because I need. No, I'm just. But
Are you serious?
I what I admire you and I thank you. I thank you for listening. I thank you for allowing me to put my input in when you don't want to hear it. Because I'll tell you wrong. I'm like, you know what? I don't
And
agree.
I'd be straight ready to hang up the phone.
I
Like, you know what? I can't talk to you for the rest of the day. I'm mad at
wait,
you, and I start pushing the buttons on the phone.
wait. Remember that time I didn't answer the phone for you twice? You was like, I'm gonna tell you what.
No, this ninja didn't. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah.
But I'll say this: that there's a difference in somebody. You and I have talked about God, and we ain't all the way there. We're not all the way there. We have sat here and couldn't know. We didn't even know a Bible verse, but I do know this: we love God. I
Yeah.
know this.
Oh yeah.
I appreciated you the other day. I got a little embarrassed when you said the one thing I will say about you, CMA, when you say that you don't worry about anything and you let God,
No.
that I give it over. I Miss Smith tonight. Even though most people like cigarette, when I said, "Oh my God, I ain't had a cigarette," Miss Smith was like, "That is it." First of all, God is going to supply all your needs. Oh, CMA, God ain't supplying cigarettes. Shut up.
I know. I was just about to form my lips to say, for real.
Okay, look, I got a story there. I was doing a gospel play called Through Hell and High Water. Me and Mama went to Canada to play bingo, and I hit for the $1,000, and then Mama hit for the $1,000. First of all, we played the first session because in Canada they play 24 hours. We played the first session. I hit the $1,000. Now I'm ready to go home because I want to come over here and go out. Mama, we on our way to the bridge. Mama said, "Look, let's stop at Big D's." I said, "Okay." Now I didn't give her 500. That's how much I love my mama. I hit for 1,000. I gave her 500, and I kept 500. We go to the other bingo hall. As soon as we go in there, I hit for $80. Oh, I'm happy. They get to the $1,000 jackpot again, and somebody said bingo. And so me and Mama, everybody get up, we leaving out, and they said false alarm because of one of the numbers wasn't called. We turn around, we go back to the table. They called two more numbers. Mama said bingo. I said yes. She had the thought. Baby, we could ride across the bridge like bingo, bingo. I said, Mama, can I get my 500 back? But so I get to rehearsal at Through Hell and High Water, which in that particular one is Pam and Dodie. This is gospel singer. I mean, all gospel singer. And I said, we were talking about our weekend. I said, well, you know what? God was so good. I said, because God allowed me to hit bingo for $1,000. And the one lady, Sister Stacy, evangelist, she's a pastor now. She said, God don't gamble.
Mm-hmm.
I said, baby, I'm gonna tell you this. I need a G58. And I said, Lord, please let my G58. And I looked up and my G58 was in there. I don't know who you praying to, but God gave me that. Wait, come on, somebody. I said, God, Lord. I said, Mama, I need G58. Then I said, Lord, please, because the ball comes up in the monitor. I said, Lord Jesus, please let my 58 come up. As soon as I said that, 58 came up. You
The
can't tell
devil
me,
will bless you too.
huh?
Mhm. The devil will bless you too.
Mm. Come on. Come on. So you think that was, I think that was God because I did every right thing. I paid my
God ain't
rent.
got nothing to do with that.
I paid my rent with that. So listen, if the devil helped me pay my rent, then that was God making the devil, because God will make your enemies your footstool. God was making the devil my footstool, if that was the case. But
I
my,
don't have no comeback for that one. Okay.
but my thing is this, and the title is, you know, I'm trying to get more in tune. If y'all notice, hey, I don't know who this is. I can't see. Let me clean my glass. Is this a troll? Hello. Oh, oh, you can't see that. Do I have moderators in here? Oh, please, God, Linda said, I just got here. I love. Okay, come on. Yes, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just saying, that I can say I'm changing a million times.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, I'm not gonna respond to nothing. And I'm not gonna do this. But God will send confirmations when things are popping up talking about it's not the person that started the argument, it's the person that entertains the argument. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying so many things. Me being excited about church, I'm still trying to stop cussing. Don't knock me, y'all, when I slip and fall, because I'm gonna slip. We fall daily. We fall daily. Am I
Yeah.
gonna am I gonna cuss somebody out again? I hope not. But is it in me? Yes.
Mm.
And don't listen, like you said, y'all say, CMA, you doing good. Don't wait till I slip and say, fuck you, might come on here, tipsy and bitch. And be like, I knew you weren't gonna do it. I knew it. Look, I was just waiting on you to. No, I'm trying not to do that. And like I said, with my sister, for me, that felt so good because I was gonna cuss that man out so bad.
Mm.
And I didn't. Even with the store, look, you told me I was pettiest. I don't know what did I say? They banned me from the store. And I said that I wanted to call some people to go over
Mm.
there and just put a whole lot of stuff up on the counter. And then I walk in and go, we don't shop here. So they would have to pull all that back. Now, eternally, that would, it's just something about being petty and getting even to make you feel good. Something about cussing
That
somebody.
that's called instant gratification.
The
It's
word,
not always good.
just why is it? And I asked you this question earlier. Why is it everything worldly feels so good, but doing what God wants you to do is like a chore. It's like when your mama tell you wash the dishes or you got to get up and clean
Mhm.
up. Knowing that you need clean dishes, knowing that you want to be in a clean house. Why
Mm.
is that such a come on?
If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody.
Can I
But
ask
it's
you a
not
personal,
everybody.
can I ask you a personal question because I don't want to seem like it's just me. And I'm gonna just say one word and you tell me yes or no. I want you the story about the church steps. Do you know yay or nay? Now y'all see, look, no, do
You
that,
hate me, don't you? You absolutely hate me.
no, I love. Hold on, let me get a lot. I love you, but I'm just saying we are human.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, no, I'm just playing difficult, but no, it's all good. Hey, it is
okay,
what it is.
where's my light? Hold on, let me find my light. I gotta say this, y'all. That is just
Child.
that is just like um. I was telling Upward because I like that because we are human. You know, at first when I met Upward, you be thinking people have a closer walk. We look at other people like they got a closer relationship with God, right? And it's not about nobody else, it's about your own personal one.
Hmm.
And we all fall short. Pastors fall short. Um, I'll say this since she said okay. It shocked me because just like I be trying to get her out of her shell a little bit. You know, some people will say the right thing. And I'm like, you know what, God, sometimes I'm gonna slip snatch a bitch.
Mm.
Um, when we had the other conversation, and I was like, you know, we all have thought about we want somebody dead or this, and up will raise their hand so quick. I was like, oh my God.
Baby, let me tell you, it's a couple folks on that hit list. Trust.
So anyway, let's talk about that. And then I'm gonna let
But
her.
you
I'm gonna
know,
let her. Let's talk about this. So Upward and I are talking. She goes to church. I go to church.
I'm sorry.
I've even I've even went on her um prayer line for her church, right? Like her church too. So we're talking. And Upward was telling me a story. And y'all know y'all shouldn't tell me no story because I remember everything and I think it's so hilarious. Somebody owed Upward some money, right? And Upward said the lady from church. And when you
Mhm.
be nice to people and see, I don't think Upward, I want to nip it in the bud the first time, the day you say you supposed to pay me. Some people will let it go past and be like, hold up now. Especially when you see somebody with something new on. And no.
Mm.
So Upward got really fed up. And it just
Mm.
it just boiled in her. And Upward got this lady together on the church steps. And I was like, oh my God. So Upward, do you want to even expound on that a little bit? Do
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Be-
Go ahead.
Because okay, this was one of the girls that I really took a liking to. And she hit me up. She gave me a story. I'm an empath. My heart felt something for her, and I really had no reason to disbelieve anything that she said.
Hmm.
So I made it happen. A few days later, she came back with the same thing. Hey, I'm going for another job interview, and I need to get some things in order beforehand. Okay, fine, I got you. Because I want the best, and I was believing the best. And then, we didn't really talk in depth about the terms of repayment. I made clear that it was a loan. And I was like, just when you get it, because she said, well, when I get this job, I'll pay you back. And I'm good for it. Okay. All right. I see you every week at rehearsal because we're on the praise team together. That's what makes it kind of funny. But anywho, she
Come on, when you do your solos, but go ahead.
she teased me. I am not your solo person. I'm your doo wop ooh wop
Wait,
scooby doo
hold up.
person.
Go ahead back into side note right quick. Y'all, I called her one morning because we call each other every day. I mean, every Sunday before we go into church. And I called her and she was singing. And she had her throat was covered up. And she was so dismissive.
I
She said, I gotta
cannot
get in.
stand you.
I said, girl, are you doing a solo? But go ahead,
Lies he tell. But anywho, so the girl, I didn't press her. She gave me a date, which was within a few days. I wasn't pressed. 3 months went by. I wasn't pressed. I said, well, maybe things. Here I am justifying why she didn't follow through. Okay, so then 6 months went by. We're sitting up in the praise team area together. She sat right to my right, and I'm like, I know I'm feeling something. Her
Was she
energy
still
was
speaking to
off.
you? Was she still saying, hey, how you doing speaking?
Mm-mm. I
Oh
mean,
Lord.
yeah, she was up
Oh
until
Lord.
then, but this day, her energy was all over the place. She was way off, and I could feel it. I'm like, something's not right. So after church, I could feel in my spirit that she was gonna get her things and dart for the door. So I told my daughter, "Look, be ready, because we're in pursuit." So she gathered her things, was ready. We Girlfriend hit the door. We were right behind her. And I told the pastor, because she's at the door normally meeting, and greeting everybody. I was like, Pastor, I'll be right back. Because this issue right here, we may have to come back and bring it to the altar. So
Mm-mm-mm.
she was like, okay. So I go out there, I call the girl's name. She's already at her car or halfway across the parking lot. And I yelled her name, and she turned around. She was like, what?
Mm.
That did something to me. And I was like, yo, you know what's up. I'm calling you because what's the status with my funds? Run me my money. Run me them coins.
Mm-hmm.
So she got a little attitude, got in her car, slammed the door. I said, okay, bet. So I did just what the word said. Take it back if you can't work it out with your brother and your sister, you take it back to the elders of the church. Well, I skipped the elders and went straight to the pastor. Your sister-in-law, you know, reached out to me, asked me, and, here's what happened. So
Mm-hmm.
today, and I'm telling her today when I reached out to her, she was real nasty. I don't understand that because she wasn't nasty when she was asking me for my money. It shouldn't
Mm.
be nasty when it's time to repay it. So, before I knew it, I kind of skipped the story because yeah, what was happening? I was out actually on the the church steps when she yelled at me, and before I knew it, I had totally blacked out. She pushed my end button, and y'all know what that is. But anyway, she pushed it, and yeah, everything. I it was did some verbal judo on the steps, and I felt so ashamed that like man, I did all the day doing right, doing good, praising God, and just that quick. It's like somebody you're driving down the street, somebody pull out in front of you, you got to slam on brakes. I'm sure you're not, singing or saying praises to God, you cussing the mofo out. And that's exactly what I did. And I felt I felt like a heathen. I felt so
You're used to
unworthy.
the
Oh yeah, I felt
But
straight
this
heathen.
is
I
why
felt
I say this. A lot of time, it's best to get things out, right?
mhm,
Because it's going to come out. If you do it when you feeling a little bit away and you let it build, it's going to come out a worse way. What I'm learning now is words are powerful.
hmm,
I always say I have the gift of goodbye. I said I would never speak to Queen and Queen. I would never. You know what? If people are nice, even with Stovall, I am. First of all, nobody can bother you if you're not bothered. Come on. I think that went over some people's head. You cannot be bothered by somebody. Yeah. You cannot be bothered by somebody who have a piece about you. That means don't go looking for it. Even when that verse popped up, if somebody hates on you and do you wrong, feed them,
mm,
reward them.
mm.
And you say to yourself, how can I do that? And God said, well, don't I reward you when you don't do what I asked you to do? How many times we choose the worldly thing instead of doing the right thing, and God still has us. So I've never been this excited to go to church. I know I can cut. I always say this: if you know you can beat somebody up, you don't go around just whooping nobody ass. You know what? People already know you can do that, so they're not gonna bother you. Why do I have to go around as a clapback king? And I don't care how saved I am. Y'all heard my pastor say this is Michael the clapback king, because I'm honest. I know I can cut, so I don't have to do that. And I'm gonna say this, and unspoken purpose. I love me some unspoken purpose. We're gonna do
Yeah.
something together. But one of the reasons I'm doing this is because in whatever unspoken purpose, that's her. But I go over there and I'm listening. I'm listening and I hear her, so and so said so and so. Half of the people she mentioned, I actually forgot about, like a Gears or John Frank. I ain't seen Bond in a while. So I'm like, oh my
Mm.
God, is this still going on? But I was telling you up with this. I says, you know what? Sometime if I did, like one of my videos, 69 views, 48 views, but when see, this is nothing but God. Man, you sit there and talk 600 views. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it's hard to not want those views. I'm not saying that's why Unspoken Purpose is doing, but it made me sit back and say, you know what? I ain't into it with nobody. Even now,
God
you
good.
got,
Thank
you
you,
got
Lord.
you got to meet God halfway. I still have a good cocktail. So the last video I did, and I ain't looked at it, I swear, you got to tell me the title of it. And I went, it was like, well, why are you talking? And I have not done a video since then because if I'm such at peace, if I don't know what nobody's saying, and thank everybody for not calling me, telling me what nobody's saying. Even now, I'm in such a
Yeah.
good place. Somebody can call me and say, you know what? So and so just talked about your mama. I'm gonna say, you know what? That's good, and I'm not gonna look at it because let me tell y'all this. He has. If I can make it 3 years without my mama, I was telling you this. I was sitting here, y'all. Financially, I've been through it, but God is. I ain't worried about nothing. And I sat here. My rent was paid. I got food in my refrigerator. I got clothes on my back. But I really didn't have any extra money. And I said, "Oh God." I said, "Well, have my job call me." I swear to God, no quicker than I said, "God, I wish my job would call me because it's part time." I looked at my phone. It was a message. Are you available tomorrow? If that ain't confirmation, am I lying? Am I lying?
Hold on, I was trying to unmute my mic. But no, that's a beautiful thing. So
That was
it's proof that
confirmation.
he hears your prayers.
I mean, I ain't cussed nobody out on the church steps. Now, I ain't done that.
Oh, so now you elevating yourself, are you?
Look,
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
little closer. I'm a little closer to job well done than you. But I
Right.
did not no.
But he
Um,
who the sun sets free is free indeed. I am free because I shared that story and I promise you I got my money back.
and it helped somebody. Um,
Hopefully.
and it didn't
Hopefully.
stop you. It didn't stop you from wanting to help other people. Like
Mm-mm.
even the reason I want to interview Happy Wife Life because this is the first lady of a church that told her women's group, listen, if y'all don't subscribe to him, y'all, you know what, you can't sing in the choir, whatever it was. She said, now
She
he's
meant
not,
that time.
but she said that. She said,
Mhm.
now he is not, you're gonna hear some stuff, but don't judge. Come on. She said, don't, and look, my one channel, she helped me get monetized on that channel.
Mm.
And but I made that is I'm so proud. And that is my best YouTuber of the week is her. And I made a lot of them because
Mhm.
I look at it and you need someone that says, you know what? Come on, when people tell me don't do this and don't do that, and you have somebody that I don't think she's any closer to God than me being a first lady or not. So I've never been that type of person. But
Does she even make you feel that way to begin with?
no, because she's the one that said, you know what, Michael, keep being you because you'll be able to touch people that we in the church can't.
This is true.
And I'll give y'all a good example. I went to the bar one night, me and my friend. My friend was in church. He don't even drink. I go in there, I order me a drink, pop, that coochie was on the pop, that coochie. No,
Not
really.
Luke.
That
Is that
coochie.
Luke? Hell, I don't know.
Wait, the bad part about it, when I was ordering my drink, I was popping my coochie. Like, I was like this. No, I was feeling good.
Hot
So
mess.
I get my drink and I'm popping my coochie to the song and I turn and I
Mm.
saw a friend of mine that I had not seen in maybe 10 years. And they were sitting at the table, they was looking so sad. And
Hmm.
I said, hey, how you doing? I set my drink down. I could tell they was I could see the hurt, the pain all in them. Do you know I set my drink down and I said, how you doing? And they started crying. And when I set
Oh,
that drink down, I said, give me your hand. I prayed so hard right then and there. I didn't even hear the Pop the Coochie song no more. I mean, I prayed down.
I'm
And then
glad you
I get,
weren't praying and popping.
wait, I think I probably was. I don't know. But God forgave me. So anyway, after I prayed and popped my coochie while I was praying, I gave him a hug and a kiss on the cheek. I said, God got you.
Woohoo.
Look, I went on and ordered me about 4 or 5 more drinks. I saw, I saw that brother maybe 3 months later, and he looked so good. He was like, Michael, I just want to let you know. He said, I had just found out I was HIV positive.
Mm.
And I was ready to kill myself.
Mm.
He said, if you had not prayed for me, and that is, if that is not confirmation that God want me to go into the bars and to the whole houses.
Mhm.
Now just tell me, but no. But what if I had not been there? Because there wasn't no church people up in there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pastor wasn't in there. The first lady wasn't in there. It was little on me. And that is why when Happy Wife Life said, hey, you probably be able to touch some people. I know I can cuss you out and pray for you. You know, it would be so funny where I'll be doing a live and I'll be doing a clapback video cussing somebody. I remember doing a live going off. And this one lady came and she said, Michael, I just want to say in the chat, she said, you know, I had cancer and you prayed for me. And
Mm.
no, her daughter had cancer and I prayed. She said, oh, thank you. And then I stopped cussing and went into praying. Yes, that is good. But you know what? I'm ready to go all the way to the other side. I don't have to cuss nobody out. I don't. I know my mouth. I know how I
Mhm.
am. And God has blessed me more on this side of trying to be better
Mm. Mm.
than he has on letting people have it. Michael,
Because you know what?
listen, I
On
know.
this, I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I
No,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say on this side, On the worldly side, you're gonna get validation from man,
Mm.
but when you're living for God, yeah, you're gonna get, God will validate you. That's the best validation to get.
And the part about it is that I know that God make a lot of things happen. For one,
Mhm.
if I was monetized, if I could monetize, and I don't want to do that because I just can't. My videos ain't like that to where I could lose everything else. Then I probably would be on here trying to do something for people.
Mhm.
But the fact that I'm not doing that lets me be able. I know if I did a video, salacious title, "Fuck you hoes," and I got something to say, it would be a million
Yeah.
people that were damn near. But I'd rather be on this side of it. I will sit here and declare right now. I always said I had the gift of goodbye. Michael Stovall, I'm not mad at you anymore. Queenie Queen, I'm not mad at you.
Praise God.
Anaya, you see, I'm not mad at you. Oh, this one is hard. Oh, Jesus, you trusted me. Money boy, I'm not mad because how can I expect to make it, to
That's
have it, or have God forgive me, and I'm still harboring? You have to ask for what you said about my mama, not me. But what I have to do is say that, you know what, whatever made you do that, that's on you. I ain't mad. And I'm not harboring it. I would talk to Money Boy again. Now, I never thought I would say that. I would actually, remember I said I would never be on a panel when I would never talk to me. I would actually, you know what? What do you think about that? Maybe I shouldn't be having this. God said, wait, boy, stop drinking.
say that.
But
Looky here.
um, just like with my sister, PP.
So you asked me a question. You gonna let me
Okay, go
answer?
ahead, go ahead. Oh, go ahead, because you know what? I'm gonna shut up because I think did I just say I did it on the panel? Go ahead, go
See,
ahead.
that's why I love you. But anywho, I think you want my opinion?
Yes, of what I just said about Money Boy. That's the only thing I want about. Yeah,
Okay. Well, you said, you mentioned, I heard the mother, you mentioned the mom, how he
yeah,
spoke about your mom. I
yeah.
think if what you're saying is real, true, and authentic,
It
I
is. It
think
is.
just as you said that publicly, I think you also need to publicly acknowledge, because you got to take accountability as well for what you
And
said
I
about the
do.
daughter
Okay,
in
but listen. I
retaliation.
already wait. I already did
See,
that.
see.
Wait, I already don't listen. I actually did a whole video apologizing. If you remember that, when
Well,
I
just
did
acknowledge it. That's it. That's all.
I acknowledged it when I did the video and I laid down and I was like, oh, I let that happen. And then God said to me, how did that just make you feel? And I said, God, it made me feel real good. He said, if you don't get up and erase that video, which I did, and I did a
Mhm.
video saying, I'm sorry, I apologize to you, baby Petty, because you, even though he thought my mom had nothing to do with it, so I did. And if you ever look at any videos, I says two regrets I have.
I
The one
remember that.
about her and me going after my sister. And I've always been a man about that. So if I could take that back, yeah, I already did that. I can't do no more than that.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like you mentioned it, just acknowledge, okay, this is what's happened. Now
Yeah,
we've
I did.
accomplished that. This is what I did. This is what I said, how I wanted to rectify it, and here's where I am now. So
I'm just glad that he never put out the nasty video, the sex video of me and him. Um, now I'm just joking. Let me stop. Y'all know I'm a comedian. um, but
mm,
I'm past. So you know you have to be in a better place to get past all of
mhm.
that. I cannot fully expect God to take me to the next level or to excuse everything I've done if I'm not forgiving other people. And whether I'm not asking people to accept it. I'm just saying I'm doing that for me. I'm doing that
That's
because
what forgiveness is for
God,
you
yeah,
alone.
yeah.
I went to a funeral yesterday, and I told you about my nosy rosy neighbor that I cannot stand.
Hmm.
Um, because the neighbor that's in between the two of us are three dwellings, and within the three dwellings, the neighbor who lost her mother is in the middle. And the one that I cannot stand, I detest him. And I'm like, Lord, keep me close to the cross. Help me with this. Because I look for reasons to cuss that man out. Seriously. I really, really, my heart wants to be set free and just read him the right act. I look for reasons, and it just never happens. And I'm like, Lord, thank you. Here I am asking, keep me close to the cross, but I'm yearning to cuss him out. But God is doing his thing by making it that way. However, to say all of that, to say yesterday at the funeral, we share the same neighbor. So Nosy Rosie was at the funeral. And I was like, I'm in this little saint. It wasn't in
First of all,
church.
the first step, let me just interject one minute. First step for you getting better, just stop calling him Nosy Rosie.
I,
That part.
I ain't wanna, can't wanna, and ain't gonna. I'm not there yet. I'm a work in progress. I love the Lord. I know the Lord loves me.
What you think
And
God wants you to do when it comes to him? What did you think? I used to hate that. What would God do? What would Jesus do? What do you think? Is it that hard to say?
yes, it's very hard. I told you, I need you to know and understand that I
Right,
want to cuss that man out every day. And then I do know the rules of engagement. Repent
right.
after I do it and mean it. I feel the urgency, like you hungry in the morning or whenever you get hungry. I am hungry to cuss that man out.
Mm.
It ain't right. It ain't right. I recognize, I own and accept that, but I'm not there yet because there's a lot of layers, a lot of heartache and pain behind why I say what I'm saying. So when I say I want to cuss him out, I need you to understand and trust and believe the depths in which I'm coming from. I cannot stand. I cannot stand. He would. No, I probably shouldn't say that on. Yeah, just know just somebody
But,
I
but
detest.
I want you to know this. What you are feeling right now, a lot of people need to hear because people
Mhm.
think that either you got to be all the way one way or
No.
another way. People, pastors struggle.
Hmm.
We're not like them.
Absolutely.
It's a struggle. And I get that because I kept thinking either I'm all the way gonna just be this way or no, I don't care how saved you are. There's gonna be
Mhm.
people you don't like. I don't care
And
how saved you are. There's gonna be some people that you just say, I can't stand them.
I
And
cannot stand them, man. Even talking about them, I feel like a curse word is right on the tip of my lips. That mofo I cannot stand. You hear me?
but can I be honest with you? When I asked you, did you speak to him at the funeral, right? And you said no. It took me back to my mother's funeral
Mm,
where people that had an issue with me walked up to my mother's casket and rolled their eyes at me. And I am this, and I'm this
mm,
type of person.
mm,
If I can't stand you and I walk in and it's your family member in there, I'm not even gonna pay you any attention because I think that's a special kind of evil. You know this person. If I know you done lost your mama and you are in such pain, why would I add to that and look at you and roll my eye? You
yeah.
already going through enough.
But
I'm
people
going, you know what
are
I'm gonna do?
evil.
I'm gonna thank God I still got mine, or this ain't my mama laying in the cat. Do you get what I'm saying? God blesses you for your good intentions. He know we human. We're born into sin. Um, just like my niece that I was telling you about that I sent you the video of, and I looked at a video of her today, and she was like, God, she was talking about God, and I was like, not the one you said, MFer, and I think we forget, and I'm
He
very,
bipolar?
huh?
Is he bipolar? What the hell?
Wait, if she see this video, I want her doing a video on you. But,
Well, I don't know.
but my thing is this: I do not I love you to death, but what you think about me is not the end all be all. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's vice versa. My thing is, I'm trying to worry about my relationship with him,
Yeah.
and I'm on the second half of my life. That me, yeah, it sounds good. I got the gift of goodbye, and I'm the clapback king. I ain't the no. That ain't what God wants.
You get the worldly validation with
But
that.
look at somebody that's coming up. Who is it? Oh, this is Michael Stovall, and I'm going to let him up because I just said what I said. So I'm going to do that. And you know what? I'm glad he did hit this link. Hold on, let me let him up.
Let me intercede. Well, I'm going in the intercessory
No,
prayer
no,
while
you
y'all.
say your ass right here, please. What is up,
Lord
Mr.
Jesus.
Michael?
Hey, what's going on, my favorite comedian, Michael Allen?
Did you hear what I said when I mentioned your name?
Yeah, I did. And you know what, CMA,
Well,
I want to say
let me
this
say,
with
let me say,
all.
hold on, Mike. Let me say this first. I've done some soul searching. It never had anything to do with you and more to do with me. We cannot control anybody else. For me to say I have the gift of goodbye, I may not do what you do or may not say it like you say it, but I'm going to tell you this, my brother. Everything that has gone on, because the journey that I'm on, I forgive you. And whatever you think I did, I hope you forgive me. But I'm going to tell you this. I will never go there again with you because I'm not going to mess up my journey. And that's what I wanted to say. But go ahead.
Ooh.
And I'm on the same journey as well. You know, I had did a video when the video I did, I wasn't. I mean, I honestly didn't know CMA. I thought something had really happened to you when you posted a video where you had some staples in your head. And I was like, that really it really bothered me. No, I'm serious. I don't know if you was making a joke or a prank or whatever, but I honestly I took that, and I mean it really put a dagger
You
in my
thought,
heart. 'Cause
you
I'm
thought
like,
I was,
you
you
know,
thought I was
I'm
dead. You thought I was dead. Because
no,
look,
come on,
I had to
CMA.
get my first night. Let me say this. I had to laugh. I I did
No,
watch it. Somebody told me about that video, right? And so I watched it because no, swear, I don't watch a lot of videos because I know what triggers me, and that's what God say don't watch it because they
right.
said the one thing pastors put up. They said it's not the person that starts the argument; it's the one that entertains it. And me saying I'm only responding, that's me entertaining. But I'm gonna tell you this: I laughed so hard when you start crying. I said, we finna get him some acting lessons. You needed some. Oh my God! I said, oh my God, that's the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. But go ahead, boy. That was the worst acting I ever seen. Look, this nigga don't care about me. No, go ahead.
CMA, look, man, I respect you so much. I mean, on some real, like I said, I mean, I don't know if that video was a fake or what have you, but I really
No, I
felt,
did. No,
you know,
I did. No, listen, I did. So, do you think if I had had my ass whooped that I would have actually did that video? I actually had staple. But let me say this to you, outside of all of that, I've never disliked you. I've always wanted to see you succeed. And what I hated was because I never had to do it, is to go at anybody to get somewhere. And I'm saying this out of love. And I think you admired me. And because look, it was flattering when you be like, I knew you liked me. I knew that. I've never it pisses me off when somebody say, well, he's mad at me or yeah, I do my own thing. So I'm always going to, I would have never lifted you up. I would have never said, hey, don't do this. When we have talked, I said, don't cuss them out or don't do this. I don't do that. There's nothing that you do. I'm 57. There is nothing that you can do in your life that will make a difference in mine. I mean, if you get what I'm saying. So I don't have to put you down. And y'all, the one thing that pisses me off with people is when they say I'm mad at them. Why? God has blessed it. And I'm gonna say this: you have people that will count or see what people give me. There is people that will support me that ain't even in this chat faithfully. Why, if God is blessing me that way, why am I going to get mad at you, Michael Stovall, or somebody else when I got to appreciate? My mind is more on the. Let me give you the story. The one older lady, she sends me $50 faithfully every month, and I said to her, "Ma'am, you ain't got to do that." She said, "Michael, you don't understand." She said, "I'm in a wheelchair. I don't have no family." I'm about to cry. She said, "I wake up." She said, "When you don't do a video," she said, "you make my day." That is what keeps me going. That is what makes me say, you know what, God, let me change who I am. Michael, I'm never going to respond to you again. I don't give a damn if you get mad. I'm mad because I responded as much as I did and I shouldn't have.
Okay, okay. Can I speak for a second?
Well, I guess so. Go ahead. No, go ahead. There you go. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
'cause, it's going somewhere totally different. Well, I didn't come on here for that. What
You
I
didn't come
came
on
on
here
here
for
to do is say that, when I did the video that I did, when I don't know if it was a real picture of you, but it looked like you.
It was a video.
Um,
It was a video.
the video that has staples in your head. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you because I'm not coming on here for that. I came on here to let you know that.
Hold
But
up.
so you have to
What,
listen. You don't
my,
listen. You don't
what,
listen. And you
no.
said what you said, so let me say what I have to say.
Let you talk. Go
All
ahead.
right, I respect you, and I'm gonna respectfully
You're not gonna run
jump
this thing.
down. Cause we ain't gotta go back and forth like that. I'm coming over here. You said what you
No,
said,
I'm
so
not.
I want to say what I
Listen.
had to say. So,
Wait.
with all due
No,
respect, I'm gonna
You
jump down,
listen.
and I
Listen.
respect you, and I
I'm
have no
giving
bad
you.
blood with you,
Listen.
sir.
Let me say
Have a
this.
good
Let me
night.
say this. Let me say this, and I'm gonna shut up. I allowed you, but he dropped himself down. Now, I'm still not mad. But what we not gonna do, you talking about was the video real or not? That didn't make, that's not even a part. I don't care that you did the video. It made no difference in my life. You still good. You dropped yourself down. I didn't. That shows you the space and place I'm in. You trying to explain to me about a video that I don't give a damn about. You did the video. You've done some things, and I said, I forgive you. And whatever I done, I said, I hope because what we're not going to do is block my blood. One thing about the world didn't give me my joy, and they can't take it away. And this is a good example of me saying, now, hold up, we're not going to go back and forth. How am I going back and forth with you when I'm study saying to you that I'm good? So when you say something you're good, why hash up? You study going back into, I did, forget the video. It's good. Bro, you all right. So you are there wasn't no back and forth. But this is, come on, somebody. I'm in such a peaceful place. I am blessed. Thank you for oh, look at it. Somebody just cashed at me and said, Mike, come on. Make sure you hit the cash up too. But anyway, okay, can I ask you this question? And I don't want you to did you see? Now, if I just say it, and we're gonna leave that alone after that, because and Michael, you're more than welcome. But no, why would I go back and forth with you? Because it's one, you know how you apologize to somebody, not apologize, which I don't really think I owe the apology, but if you said, whatever you did don't bother me. And then the person goes into trying to explain it. And what pisses you off is what you're saying about it. You knew it was a video. Talking about a picture, you knew I wasn't dead. So now you're playing in my face. God wants you to forgive, but he don't want you to be no fool. I did a whole video. You knew I wasn't dead. That was just a retaliation of when you said about the okay, but I'm not. That's just that was trying to take me. So Michael Stovall, when you came up here, you didn't have to explain that video, and the way you were explaining it, you didn't think I was dead. Come on, whether I had stables don't kill nobody. That don't play in my face. But I love you, my brother, and I wish you well. Trust and believe. I'm in a good place now. I don't know if this is one of the moves to now go do a video on me, but I won't watch it. I will not watch it. Shout out to Colleen and Vanessa K. Vanessa K, I even forgive you and your husband, my Detroit fans. Okay, so we're going to leave that one alone. Y'all see, I try. See, the devil will come up against you, but he also will make your enemies your footstool. Trust me, I am in such a good, peaceful place that, you know, a sweet reader, a QST, me a sweet reader, y'all will never know the words we've had or the words that me and Upward has had. And that's why I said one of my worst things I feel that I allowed y'all to see what me and my sister had. I love PP. Crazy and all. I don't care what nobody think about her, but what we not gonna do, won't nobody talk about PP with me. Do that make sense? Upward. Am I making sense?
Yep.
Did you see what this just went left? And if you don't want to speak on it, don't speak on it. But I'm just saying, I just said, okay, so why come up here and say and try to explain a video that I said? It's good because that's only rehashing. I'm not mad about nothing. God has been too good to me. Yeah. Miss Smith bought me some cigarettes today. I ain't had one damn cigarette. But my rib paid. I got a refrigerator full of food. I just bought oxtails. Come on, somebody.
And lamb chops too.
And wait, and some short rib. You told me I was living high off the hog. I was like, what?
Yeah, you highfalutin now.
But wait, you did let me have it though today. Remember, I said I was gonna cook dinner and we was on the phone and I opened my refrigerator and I showed you the oxtail. You said it only looked like one. I was like, you know what? What's she not gonna do? At me, you was like, it only looked like one oxtail. Wait, dinner for one? Did you say dinner for one?
Because you said oxtails. All I could see was the one big
Oh,
oxtail. I'm
let
like,
me
what is he talking about?
well, let me tell you this. The one thing about what we be letting each other have it in our slight ways.
Oh, the
Okay,
shade of it
I
all.
don't
How
care.
you be trying to let me have it?
I don't care if she get mad when I tell her this. Y'all see, remember she used to have the ponytail. Now she got these braids, and I love the braid. So look, about a week ago, she was like, "Do you think I need to get new braids?" I was like, "Girl, no. That girl rapper, look, tie it down." So I'm all on her side, like, no. She said no, because I said no.
They
So
look a hot mess, but I don't feel
wait,
like taking them out.
but no, I'm talking about last week. She was like, 'cause I said, girl, wrap it, gel it down, and go. So today, me and her talk. I don't know what my sister went through. Look, I don't know what the hell my sister went through this day, but we're talking. And she said, I think I can go about 4 more days. I said, no, sis.
Lies you tell. Oh my God.
I
I
said,
see.
it's time. Look, she said, what? I said, it's time.
Lies. Lies. Get thee behind me, Satan. Go back to the pits of hell. Return to sender. Okay?
We look now she want to keep him, and I'm saying let him go. But anyway,
Look, but I am, because right now, I do
um,
not feel like doing it, so I'm going to push them one more day. But after that, they really got to come out. So
God has put this on my heart. Michael
say,
Stoller.
come as you are.
Listen, God put this on my heart. Michael Stoller, I don't want no smoke with you. None whatsoever. Please do not take what just happened. Because you dropped down. I didn't drop you down. I'm not trying. You don't make that an argument. All I kept saying to you was, you did not have to explain that video. I wish you well, my brother. Trust me. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But please don't go do a video like I let you have it. And if you do, then that's you. I will not respond. I will not watch. I don't go over there anymore. But I wish you well. Come on. All right. That was the devil. That was the devil. Okay, we're back. Okay, so I gotta lay my clothes out for church, which I didn't.
I do too.
Oh,
What color you wearing tomorrow?
I don't know.
Tomorrow.
Let's wear the same color. Did you see me
Ew.
on? Did you see me on Easter? Wasn't I Easter bright?
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, he was so
I called you from the Uber.
yeah, and then the way he was acting, I was like, I can't take this. I can't take you today. Talk to me
You,
Easter Monday.
you was like,
Look,
what? You said, oh, when you dress, stop. You just different.
a whole new attitude. The whole he had the nice shirt, the matching socks, and I think it was the shoes.
Oh, you know what? I was only giving you back when you was giving you back what you gave me when you thought you was gonna do a solo. If y'all had saw my friend, I didn't know who the hell she was. I called her because listen, see, come on, let's keep it real. We
Okay,
call each other. We call each other
okay.
every Sunday. She's in her car, and I'm using the Uber.
Mhm.
And I knew that she was singing in the choir. In the choir.
You make
So
me choke.
I called her, and she had a scarf around her throat. She was like, "Hey," she was talking all soft. I said, "Well," she said,
Yes.
"She's saving her voice." I said, "You saving your voice?" I said, "She
Mm,
said, oh, I can't talk." I said, "What, you doing a solo?" She,
I can't stand you. I cannot stand you right
you would have
now.
thought she was Kim Burrell. I said,
Yeah.
"No, look." But wait, that was funny, wasn't it? Girl, you brushed me off. You was like, "I'm late. I mean, because we gotta rehearse."
Now
Girl.
that part is true.
She
I
was
was
like, "I
running
gotta rehearse."
behind. I had to hurry up and go in. Mm-hmm.
Look, I say my friend is about to go do a solo and she ain't told me.
Child. I do a
So
solo. The whole
did you
world gonna know.
mm. But I will say this though. You and your daughter, when y'all and you thought I was being funny. And that's what I hate about being a comedian because people don't know when I'm being serious and not. Y'all sung together, even though your daughter was more on key than you. But I will say
Ninja.
it sounds so good. No, Britt can sing, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
She do a little something something.
sometimes she got it from her
Mm-hmm.
mama.
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn,
You so
but
silly. Well, your son is very talented too. So, and
yeah,
not to go too much in that. And I love that. But listen, nobody knows this. My mother was more funnier than me. My mama would say these one line. We were at a bar one night. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how funny mama was. Cause me and mama hung out at the bar ever since I was about 17. We was at the bar one night and we was having a good me, her, and my grandmother. And y'all want to hear something so funny? My grandmother was going through cancer because cancer runs to my family. And the doctor told my grandmother she needed to have sex, because she had
I
ovarian
wasn't
cancer.
prepared for that one. Hold up, wait,
Look,
what?
but look, the doctor told my grandmother she needed to have sex because she had ovarian cancer. And so we all sitting there, we get tipsy. I come from a drinking family, and my grandmother out on the date, she's a big girl. So for anybody to think that I don't like big women that's a lie. Hold on, Brandy. Okay, Brandy up here. Brandy, let me finish this. So look. So anyway, my grandmother is dancing with the guy, and she falls on the floor. So I go over to try to help her up, and the guy's trying to help her up. But grandmama, a big woman, and my mama said, "No, let him get her up because she needs some." And we bust out laughing. So as we're leaving the bar, this one guy tried to talk to my mom, and She's walking,
We gonna
and
swim.
we get in the car, and the guy is walking, and the guy tries to holler at my
Your
mom, and he
mom
said,
said
"I'm
don't
gonna
go to
remember
bed.
your
I'm going to
car."
go to sleep.
Mama said, "And I'm gonna remember your gym shoes."
Stupid.
I gotta take on Danny good.
Hey, Brandy.
Hello, I love every time I sit there and hear
Hey, Brandy.
both of y'all together, especially you, Upward. You know, I love Mike
Hey,
when every
hold
time I
the
get a
hell up.
chance to hear
Hold
him.
the hell up. What you mean, especially upward? This your last damn time up here. No, go ahead.
What I do? What I do, Mike? What I do?
You talking about, I love when y'all up here together, especially you upward. Like CMA, you ain't shit.
Oh,
Don't
now,
entice me with a good time, dude.
no.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well,
I'll be
you know, I be a little lying though. I gotta sit there and sugarcoat it for you to feel special. But I love Upward up here, like
I
I just
love
can't sit
Brandy
there and
too.
do that. But CMA, I haven't been over on your channel in a while. I've been living life. Like me and my kids, we went out and had a vacation and everything. You know, I've really been living life because that's what you're supposed to sit there and do.
Brandy, I have no problem with that. The only problem I have with, when are you gonna tell the people that one of them kids is mine? No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Man, well, Mike, I don't want to sit there and tell them that because then that's when they're going to try to put you on child support. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen with us. You know, I just want us to be all cordial and do
Wait,
like how we been doing.
listen. Speaking of child support, my baby sister, she got 8 kids, probably 9 different baby daddies, right? So
For
listen,
real?
look, she got eight
Look,
kids. Eight
Upward,
kids,
look,
man.
you always
Clutching my
know how to
pearl.
just be quiet. Just show me how to be
Wait,
quiet.
listen to me. Do y'all want to hear something so funny? You know when you're on welfare, right? And you have
Oh,
to tell
bless you,
you
bless
have
you,
to
bless
tell who the
you.
baby daddy is. Do you know what my sister said to them one time? She said she went to see the point and she met a guy and they had sex and she got pregnant and she don't know who he is. I said,
Bless you.
girl,
Um,
I said, you had some demon drop pussy. Okay, let me stop. But
wait a
anyway,
minute, wait a
here,
minute. What
Brandy,
demon drop? What happened? There's
that's a
cutesy,
ride.
there's demons that's doing stuff.
No, that's a ride at Cedar Point, called Demon Drop. So where you been? You right? I haven't seen you.
Who?
You.
I've been on vacation. I've been sitting there like I done been on beaches. I was swimming around and I've been doing a lot of shit. Like
Because
I've been enjoying life. Not letting life enjoy me, but me enjoying life.
when your husband came down here to visit me, and I say, look, we're Brandy. Does she know you here? And he
Man,
was like,
I keep telling my husband when he come down to visit you, he better make sure you make some bomb ass catfish
what?
now.
He said,
Don't
Brandy
get it
ain't got to
twisted.
what? He said, Brandy ain't got to know and fry some more fish. I said, you don't? No, okay. Brandy, I miss you.
I missed you too, Uncle Mike. Like
That number you
when I had
gave,
a couple chances, you know, I was sending you stuff.
but that number you gave me, I called it twice. So I dialed it. And it wasn't you. The lady, first of all, I called and the lady said, bitch, stop calling my phone. I said,
No,
is your
because
name?
look when I
I
sat there and
said,
checked it. Can you hear me still?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, when I checked it, when you sat there and was like, Brandy, I don't think that's your number. I'm like, yeah, it is. When I checked it, I was like, yeah, that's the number. I don't know who you be talking to. I don't know
Look,
who be. Well,
I asked her, I said, is your name Brandon? She said, bitch, my name is Ian J. Stop calling me.
oh shit, and I don't even drink E&J, so I know
I
I
know.
don't know that
I
bitch.
know. What happened to Upward? I wonder. Okay, Upward, I'm dropping the link again. Okay, y'all, I got to go to church in the morning. It's 11:50, but we're going to talk a little bit. So how have you been? How's the kids?
Oh look, all the babies is good. I got one baby sitting over here coughing his neck out because he's going through a sinus infection right now. So look,
So have you watched me at all, even though you haven't been on here? You see?
no, I haven't had time to. I
Oh,
really haven't had time to sit there and watch you. I'm not even going to lie to you. I haven't had time to sit there and watch nobody on YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube.
so did you see me just let Michael Stovall up and me to say Did you see that whole interaction?
No, because look, last time I sat there and talked to you, when I sat there and sent you, I said, I'm gonna send you a cash app on, go get you something to eat or do whatever you want to sit there and do. After
Yeah,
that,
I ate some pussy.
I went on
I ate some pussy.
vacation and I
No,
sat there and did a whole bunch of stuff.
I took that money you sent me and ate some pussy that night. So yeah,
I know you fucking lying because you
let me
don't even
stop.
know what the coochie look like right
Oh
now. It's been
yes,
a
I
long time
do.
now.
Yes, I do because I got one. No, let me stop. Oh God, it's true.
Look, I think we both over here with sinus infections because he
Look,
started coughing, and so the fuck did I.
look, y'all, I had to, I'm sorry, I got a little lost in space. I had to go put on my pearls because I felt, that was a time or two that was going to come that I need to clutch my pearls.
You
Okay,
So,
gonna
look.
have to clutch your
Up,
pearls. You
up,
already know that
baby,
upward. You already know you gotta clutch your pearls when it comes to
yes,
Mike.
child.
But
hey,
I
Mm-mm.
know, like the way you sit there and sound, you sound like you in the port of Michigan. If you are in Michigan, you sound like you're in the port of Michigan that my sister is, because y'all sound so country. And everybody tell me that I sound country. No, y'all sound country.
hey, upward. Let's be
Yep.
honest. Upward. Let's be honest.
Where
Remember.
y'all at? I'm the only one
Hold
here.
on. I'm taking a pee while I'm talking. But anyway, upward.
No, I'm
Let's be
taking a pee while I'm talking.
upward. Let's be honest. Remember the first time Brandy hit the damn panel and we was up there, and we was like, "This little girl is something else." We had to sit there. We had to sit there and listen to to Brandy before we fell in love with you, Brandy. At first, we thought we was gonna have to let you have it. 'Cause I
Oh,
said,
damn.
look, it took us a minute. We had to sit there and listen. And that's what a lot of older people need to do. Sit and listen to the younger one. Because Brandy, we thought you
Yes.
were just, didn't we? Didn't we, Upward? Be honest.
Yeah, I was like, wait, come again? Huh?
Look, and you know what? The other day when I sat there and I had took my grandkids out to eat, and there was a lot of older females that was.
Grandkids. Brandy, how old are you?
I ain't telling that,
Oh
Wait a
but
my
minute.
God.
when
Brandy,
I
hold
said
up.
that,
I
when
don't
I
even
had
have grandkids. I'm going to start calling you Miss Brandy. You old.
look, at the end of the day, I'll sit there and tell y'all I ain't in my 50s and I ain't in my mid 40s, so I'm old enough, but I had children when I was young enough
Okay.
because I was a
Okay.
hot ass. You know what I'm saying? Understand? But like the other day, I sat there and I took my grandkids out, for dinner. And I sat there and I showed them when there was a lot of older people that was coming to the door. And I took my grandsons over and I showed them. I said, this is what you do when it comes to older people. You open up that door and you let them older
Right.
people out and you do all that because I'm definitely a respectful ass person. That's why when people sit there and try to say, oh, well, Brandy was on her saying this and that, I would like, that's not me. I would never say anything like that.
Look,
Anybody that knows me, that's just not me. I'm not that person.
let me say this to older people. Stop expecting younger people to automatically respect you. You have to give it in order to get it. My
That's
family,
true.
at one point, we had 6 generations because they all had kids at young ages. I wish I had grandkids. I wish I had children. But I'm gonna tell you this:
Mhm.
I don't
You do
expect.
got children. I thought I was supposed to get my child support. What you talking about?
Listen, did we just say we weren't gonna talk about it? Look, Brandy, if you got some of this, you know I'm well and die. Now, I'm gonna say this: God didn't bless me with height, but He gave me limb. And wait, I am listen. I just did a video talking about how men kill women over women kill men because the sex is so good. First of all,
Mm.
can't nobody do me better than I can do myself.
Well, can't
I
nobody
do
do me like
better
the
than you.
Lord, do
Wait,
me better than
no,
Jesus. How about that?
no, hold on. Now, okay, so you being biblical. I'm gonna tell you this. God, I'm the
Real
only
talk.
Lord
listen.
know how to go
Hold
around
on. Let me
it.
finish and I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is one thing I learned. I've had women and I've had men, and they have lost their mind. I
Toot
came
toot
home one. Well,
toot
listen,
toot.
I came home one night, right, and I didn't meet nobody at the bar. And so when I got home, I go to my mama house, her girlfriend there. I'm tipsy. I said, well, damn it, forget it. I'm going to do her. And I do her, and I'm telling her, don't say nothing. That next morning, that happened. Walk, she winking eyes at me. She didn't fell in love. And look, and I'm looking like, if you don't shut the hell up. So my mama came to me. She said, yeah, Nita told me, your son. Bitch, you didn't tell my mama. That, you know what? I've been going through a little financial difficulty. So I've decided this. I'm going to meet me an old broad, like Upward. And now this,
Lies, you tell the hell. Look,
No,
see,
he
you made me cuss.
did.
I need a car. I need some, no, I'm joking. But
Look, I'm the last one. Trust.
look,
Yeah,
we
well,
just say,
look, you know what, Mike? I agree with you. I agree with you because I done sat there and I had men and I done had children. And at the end
Mhm.
of the day, one thing
Sometimes
about
they
a
one and the
woman
same,
that
Brandon, the
sit there
men and the
and
damn
has
children.
no, but look, one thing
But
about it is when a woman has a fucking child, y'all men couldn't deal with what we do. When we sit there and have a child, we got one foot in the grave and one foot still here. So at the end of the day, we go through a lot more harder things than y'all do.
can I ask y'all a
Every
question?
aspect.
Can I ask y'all a question as mothers? Y'all both have sons and daughters, right?
Hmm.
I just listened to something where the guy said a woman once she said the man that she loved the most is not a husband, not a daddy, but once she has a son, there is no love like that. And I'll tell you why I feel that same way because there was no man good enough for my mama, right? And I told my mama this when she asked me to wash her up, and she said, I'm gonna ask you to do something I never thought. I said, Mama, a lot of men probably went in you, but I'm the only one that came up out you. There is nothing like a son and like daughters love their daddies. I love my daddy to death, but it was nothing compared to my mother. And one of the things of me, I am very comfortable in being a gay black man. But do you know the one thing that always made me feel a little apprehensive? That's the word for the day.
Apprehensive.
Apprehensive.
Apprehensive
Oh,
about,
you know
about
what? Upward, stay out my head. Because why we say that at the same damn time?
because me and Upward say we're gonna do a word today. But the one thing that made me apprehensive about it is because I was the only son. And my mother was such a hard woman. Like I told her one day, I said, Mama, your name Michael. You hard as if I didn't know you, I'd think you was a lesbian. And my mama said, a bitch can't get nothing from me but ass whooping. But and I but
I'm dead.
I thought I would hurt her feelings. And I thank God I had a mother that said she chose her dislike. Did she had a wish that I wasn't gay? Yeah. But she chose her love for me over what she felt. And a lot of people don't have that. And I've been out for 43 years. My mama would go to the bar with me. She would go out when I wanted to cook for the young people. I think that I had so many friends that killed themselves because their family didn't accept them. And
Yeah.
so when I sit
Oh,
here,
bless you, baby. Bless you, baby.
when I sit, is that my
Mom,
son?
gonna make sure you get over this.
That ain't my son, is it? Coffee.
No, this is your son. Remember, Mike, you think I was, look, y'all
I'm
thought I
gonna
was
call
playing.
Child
I sat there
Protective.
and I had a
I'm calling
baby a
Child
whole year
Protective.
ago at my old ass age.
I want full custody, Brandy. Now,
Y'all so
Look,
stupid.
everybody thought that I was playing when I was sitting there saying, like, I was pregnant. I had a whole baby. I did that, my last baby at my old ass age. And he's sitting here, right here. He going through a sinus attack and everything.
look, Miss Smith is laughing. Listen, y'all, I want to say this
Y'all
to
stupid.
children out there. Anybody that's younger, I don't have any kids, but let me say this. I read somewhere most kids don't even know their mama's
I got
birthday.
12 kids, Mike.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You got 12 coochies, but not 12 kids.
That's
But I'm gonna say this, and this is what I love. I asked my mama questions. Most kids don't know that. I asked my mama, what did she go through when she went in labor with me?
oh my
Here's a
goodness. I went back to the same
here's a
thing.
funny story. Everybody know if y'all been watching me, y'all know that
Bless you,
I thought
baby.
one guy was my daddy, but the other guy ended up being my dad. So that means I grew up telling my one sister, her daddy was a drunk and my daddy was always in jail, prison, when I thought. And I'd be like,
Mhm.
your drunk daddy, and she'll go, your prison daddy. But come to find out, her drunk daddy was my daddy. So I asked my mother one day, I said, Mom, is Clinton really my daddy? Because we looked so much alike as I got older. She said, I don't know. I was fucking them both. Can you believe that's what she said? So now listen to that. I learned this in life that
Mike,
my
you lying. Stop lying.
I
Look,
swear
look. Where I was already
look,
on that because I was about to tell him I'm his dad, and he just don't realize it.
Brandy, you know what I love about it sounds like you got some good coochie. It sounds like you got good coochie.
Oh, baby. Oh, come on,
Brandy,
let's
you
go
know,
back.
Brandy, we were talking about guys. You that came up here and had me talking about coochie. Brandy,
I know you're going through a sneezing attack right now. You going through a sneezing attack? Is you okay?
is that your
You okay?
grandbaby or your baby?
That's my baby. I got a 1-year-old right now.
For
Oh my
real.
wait, my YouTube wife here. She said, Mike. But wait, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When you are so satisfied in who you are, it's not when people say I got good coochie and all of that, and I got good this, that ain't it. At the
Well,
bottom
I
line,
got look. At the end of the day,
Brandy,
I don't
I'm
give a
finna,
fuck about anybody. What
Brandy,
anybody talking about? My husband know
wait,
that I got good coochie
Brandy,
because
I'm
that's why
finna
we got
school
all
you.
these
I'm
goddamn
finna
kids
school
running the fuck
Brandy,
around here. At the end
I'm
of
finna
the
school you. I'm
I
finna
don't know
school you.
how to do the cross
But
the right
Brandy,
way, the
hold up.
crucifix.
Look, Michael is finna school you. I can say what I have good. You know what? But it's good to me. I
Hmm.
don't listen. When I sleep with somebody, it's not them satisfied. I have to allow them to satisfy me. So when somebody say they don't know how to do it right, no, you're not allowing. I'm gonna push you the way you need to do whatever you do because I'm gonna tell you this. Right now, I live in an apartment building. The
And
other
all
night,
y'all bitches that
but
might be listening to this fucking live stream, my
they put
son does not. He's not sitting or coughing like that. He has allergies, bitches. Just to
wait,
let
you
y'all
know what,
know.
Brad, this is what we finna do. Okay, I'm gonna finish the story, then I'm gonna address what you just said.
I don't even know
I
what's
live in an
going.
apartment building. I touched myself the other day because can't nobody do me like I can do myself. Do you know what? I was so loud that I had to go to the door and act like I was letting somebody out because I knew they heard me. I was like, I'll see you later. Call me when you get
I
home.
can't even handle this. I can't.
But now let
Wait a
me tell
minute,
you,
so you
but
put him out because he was that loud?
no, it wasn't nobody but me. I knew they heard me. And
Baby. Mm-mm.
I didn't want them to know I was touching myself. But now, now let me,
I fucking can't stand you, Mike.
now
No,
let
no,
me
you
tell you.
didn't.
But now let me tell you when you just address people about your baby. First of all, fuck what somebody thinks. You didn't even have to do that. Cause that's yours. I
No,
never
because you know how
hold
people
on, I
always try
never
to
bring
pick
it.
and
But
choose
wait,
like those.
listen. I never, you on my panel, I never said that I never thought that you were for you to have to say that, we gotta stop worrying about what other bitches think. I don't care. I worry
Right.
about what God thinks about me. I am trying. That was the whole purpose of this, and God knows who I am. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, as long as I make Him happy, when you look in that mirror as a mother, like my mother told me, I blamed her for a lot of things, right? And my mama said, "Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I asked God for forgiveness, and I forgave myself.
That's
All I
right.
can do is ask that you forgive me. But I did the best I could. And I said to myself, even if she, because listen, good of a mother as you are, Brandy, your kids gonna grow up
Sneezing.
and blame you for something. Do you hear me?
Oh, yes, they definitely do. Because I got grown ass adults. My
Yeah.
oldest son is fucking 30 years old.
Wait a minute. And you got a 1-year-old that's yours that you birthed?
Yes, that I birthed.
That's what you call
At the end of the
longevity.
day,
That's
look.
what
I'm
you
about
call
to give
longevity.
y'all somewhere about my
Brandy,
age.
hold up.
My
That's what
age.
you
Look,
call
this is
Brandy,
how old
that's what
I
you
am.
call
I'm not.
longevity.
I'm not. I'm not
You
at the
got
beginning.
longevity
Like I'm not in the middle of my 40s. Look, listen. I'm about to
Well,
give
you
y'all my
got
age.
longevity
I'm
pussy.
about
From
to get my. I'm
1 year old
about to
to
give y'all my age and on how long I've been doing
I
this.
just gave you a
I'm not.
compliment.
I'm not in the
Okay,
middle of my
look,
40s.
hold up. I just gave you a compliment. You got a 1 year old and a 30-year-old. That's longevity pussy. That's what you call it. That's some long lasting pussy. But go ahead.
That's called
And then
patience,
look,
something
and
I
then look,
don't have.
and then look, Pete. I got 12 grandkids.
Wow.
Ooh,
Okay, you're
child.
not gonna tell us your age. What's your age,
Look,
Brandon?
look, this is why I sat there and said I'm not going to tell y'all my age, but y'all can figure it out. I'm not in the middle of my 40s, but I'm at the beginning of my 40s and at the end of my 30s. Figure it out.
You had your first baby when you was young.
Yes, my
So did
first
my
baby
mom.
when I had my son that's 30. Now this is how y'all can sit there and be able to figure it out. And I don't give a fuck about
You
anybody that
too,
can figure it
but
out
you
because I still
talking to
handle my fucking
but you
business.
talking to
When I
two
had my
old
fucking
people.
first baby, when I had my first baby, I was fucking 14 years old when I had my first baby.
My mama was that age. Yeah, okay. But look, you talking to two old people. If you looked at me and up with last live, we couldn't even remember what we had just said. So,
Then I'm like,
I'm
I
a
checked
liar.
out midway. I was like, what? I'm supposed to know, huh?
But look, guess what? All my grown up children, I got teachers, I got doctors, and I got nurses with them.
Okay.
And
Let
I
me tell
got a
you.
bomb ass job within myself.
Okay, Brandon, that's like my family. Look, my great grandmother had my grandmother when she was 16. My grandmother had my mother when she was 18. My mother had my sister when she was 15. My look, we had 6 generations on earth at one time. My mother, out of all her daughters and her son, her daughter is a nurse. It's a the one over liquor license bureau, the one that works for the police thing, the chief. And then you got me, that's a comedian and a cook. And then you got my baby sister. She works for the welfare system because that's who pays her. But still,
Mhm.
we all turned out right.
That fucking part because look, at the end of the day, my husband and I've been married to him for fucking 20 years plus.
All
At
of
the
them
end
his
of the
kids.
day, yes, 20 years plus. I've been married with him, and at the end of the day, he is a military fucking man.
Whoop,
So
whoop,
is
So
your
whoop.
first
there's
baby,
times when,
Brandy,
yeah, y'all ain't
Brandy,
gonna sit there and hear my
Brandy,
fucking husband. Why?
your
Because
first
he's deployed. And one thing, when he goes overseas, I sit there and stay settled across where I'm at close with my family, and I don't want to sit there and keep moving my kids
so
from place to place. I did that, and I don't
what's the
like to do
longest
that.
what's the longest he been deployed and have you ever cheated?
As long as he ever sat there and been deployed was when that shit sat there and happened in like 1990. Look, this is how long we've been together. It was like that was like the longest part he ever been deployed and was like the 1996, 97 shit
Okay,
where he had to be over
here's the
there.
good question, Brandy. Here's the most important question. When he's the father of your first baby, right?
Yes, he's the father of all my kids.
When you were 14, how old was he?
But he was 17.
That nigga need to be prosecuted. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
No, because look, at the end of the day, when we sat there and did that shit, my parents sat there and thought they was on that shit. Like, oh no, y'all shouldn't be together. But one thing about it, this nigga never slacked on none of his motherfucking kids. He
and
always took care of
look,
all them. He take care of his grandkids and all that. That's why at the end of the day, everybody sit there. Like me and my husband got different last names. And how we did that was for certain reasons.
okay.
When it comes to certain shit, when it comes
Taxes.
to this YouTube shit. We got
No, let
different
me
last
tell you,
names on this
we
YouTube,
cannot
but we
get him for child
solidified,
support.
period.
But let me tell you this: my very first lover, and everybody hear me talk about rap all the time. Our mothers were best friends; they were bingo buddies. I never knew her kids, but she was always at my house. When I was at a bar and this guy walks up to me. First of all, he was 16, I was 18. I don't know why he was in the bar. And he come up to me and he asked me for some of my Doritos and my Snickers. So that show you how young I was in the bar. And I gave him some and he ate a lot of it. I was like, this greedy motherfucker. And he said,
Is it
you don't
okay?
know me? He said, you don't
Is
know me? I
it
said,
okay?
no. He said, I'm Bonnie's son. Now, Bonnie is my mother's best friend. And we fell in love. So we got together. I was 18, he was 16. We went together 8 years. His birthday just passed, April the 14th. He passed away. And a lot of people was like,
Oh, baby.
I
You hear
loved
how
him.
he sound? He just keeps sneezing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just
That's a
got his allergies going on. But this is one thing that I'm going to disclose with y'all, and I don't give a fuck who take it, how they sit there and take it. My fucking son, one of the reasons why I haven't been on YouTube all like how I usually be on YouTube, not just because I was living life, but I definitely was living life. My son sat there and killed his fucking self. One of my sons sat there and killed himself. And I've been sitting there going through that as a struggle every fucking day, wondering why he wanted to sit there and do that. He did that. He hit the marker of 25 and he chose to sit there and check out. And I was mad as hell about that. And so I've been going through fucking situations right now of like the grief and pain. Like, why the
how
fuck did you
long
do
how
that?
long how long has it been?
Right now, it's been 28 weeks. It's been
How old?
28 weeks. I counted down. You hear how I sat there and was able to tell you? It's been 28 fucking weeks. And the last time I seen my fucking son, I looked at him. I said, baby, what's wrong? He was like, Mom, you know, you got a lot on your plate and you be doing that. He was like, but I got it. I can handle it. And I was like, all right. And I was like, why don't you just come back home? He was like, I don't want to come back home. He was like, because I told you, you got a lot on your plate. I'm about to be out here doing this shit. And then I get a call, people telling me that my motherfucking son sat there and shot himself in his fucking head.
Mm. How
So that's
old?
why I be sitting there telling everybody why y'all
How
motherfuckers
old
think
was
that I'm
how
worried
old
about
was
y'all bitches on YouTube.
Brandy?
I'm
Let
not
me
worried about none of y'all motherfuckers
okay,
on YouTube for real,
Brandy.
for real.
Brandy, I'm gonna ask, how old was it?
25,
Now,
25 fucking years old.
now let me say this to you, and I'm gonna give you some flowers. And listen, I
He was
lost my
25 years
but,
old. It's
but
been
hold
29
on,
weeks.
let me say
29
wait,
motherfucking weeks since I
Brandy.
talked to my baby.
Okay, Brandy, I'm gonna give you your flowers. Let me say this. When somebody lose their mother, I don't tell them I know what they're going through because I don't know the relationship. But what I can tell you is the way that your demeanor and the way you even talking about it, God got you. God got you. I didn't know that. I swear I'm praying for you. And
Look, and that, look, Mike. That's why I'm sitting there. Everybody's sitting there. Brandy been sitting there saying this and that. How the fuck did I? I didn't give a fuck about what the fuck y'all bitches was sitting there talking about. I was going through shit that I had to deal with my own fucking child, and that's why I'm sitting there saying this on YouTube. While all y'all hoes thought that I had a plan and I was doing shit with other people, no, I was too busy focused on my fucking child. My fucking child, 29 weeks ago, killed his motherfucking self. But
Miss
before them
Smith said,
29 weeks,
"Hey,
before that, I was too busy being focused on my motherfucking child.
I'm so
Brandy,
sorry, Brandy.
Brandy, Nurse Smith is so sorry to hear of your loss. And for you to even bring, you know what? People told me when my mama died not to even mention it. And I know you're not a content creator, but it is hard because when I put her up and the way people talk to go through that, but I'm telling you this, your demeanor, baby, I give you kudos on it. Because most
Look, and
mothers,
I mentioned, look, Mike, I mentioned my shit with my son to everybody. When I see a young man walking down the street and he might feel like, or he look like, I'd be like, listen, we could probably make it a better way. I do shit like that. So at the end of the day, I don't be worried about this YouTube shit. I'm just mad as hell that people keep putting me in this YouTube shit because when y'all bitches thought that I was worried about what the fuck was going on YouTube, no, I was worried about what the fuck was going on with my child.
Mm.
While y'all
mm,
saying her April was on in chats and back, how? I didn't even talk to y'all. I didn't have enough time to talk to y'all. I was too busy worried about my goddamn baby.
I have a
And I'm mad
question.
as hell. I'm mad right now on some real shit, to be completely honest. I'm mad as hell at myself because it's like at the end of the day, me going to work and shit, I should have been sitting there running around making sure he was fucking okay. So while y'all motherfucking bitches is talking about YouTube, thinking people worried about YouTube, no. I was worried about a job, and now I'm mad because I was worried about a job more than I felt like I was worried about my son because he took himself out 29 fucking weeks ago. Today.
Brandon, God is putting this on my heart right now. Let me do this. Dear Father God, Lord, I love you. I thank you for life. I thank you. Cover Brandon for her to go through this. It's not up to anybody to disclose anything, but the fact that she's on here right now, God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for her life. Thank you. You do nothing wrong. You don't make any mistakes. So his time on earth was served. But the fact that this woman is up here and the way that she sounds, most women would be broken down. I thank you, Lord. I thank you for Brandy. I thank you for her child. I thank you for the years that you gave with her. And keep your arms around her. Cover her. Put
Mike,
her
how
in
many
your
times
best.
was I been?
And thank you,
Mike,
Lord.
how many times have I been in your chat since all this shit been happening, and you never even fucking knew? I
Wow.
said, Uncle Mike, how you doing? Is you okay? You never even fucking knew.
Wow. Wait, April said, I've never been in no back chats with anybody. Where'd that come? Why you say that? Why? Listen, I can't even listen. I can't even fat. I asked my mama
I
this.
never been in back chats with nobody either. Mike,
Listen,
at the end of the day,
wait,
how many
hold on.
times have we talked in the back? I don't talk to people in the background because
Hell,
I can
you
talk to
couldn't
you in the
look.
front ground.
You wait. You cashed at me, and we still wasn't able to talk, right? But let
That
me
part.
okay. Let me ask this question because I used to say this to my mother, and as mothers, and you too, Upward. I told my mother, I used to say, I loved her so much. I said, Mama, I would want to die before you. And she said, don't, why would you want to do that to me? Why? No mother would want to see their child go before them. Do
That
y'all
part.
think? Now, let me ask y'all this. And this is, what if your mother died and then your child died? Is it more painful for the child dying? Or for me, I don't have any kids. So my mother dying was the most painful thing. So would y'all be more hurt if your mother died compared to your child died? And it's not
No,
you.
when my mom died, I celebrated her birthday for 30 fucking years. When my son died and my birthday came up, I celebrated his birthday. That day, all the rest of my kids was mad because they're like, Mom, why are you crying like that? I can't help it because my baby's not here.
Mm.
I would rather sit there and be away and I can't see the fact that you're not here instead of me being here and seeing the fact that you're not here. Because you're
Brand,
supposed to outlive me. You're
Brandy.
supposed to outlive me as you being my fucking child. You're supposed to outlive me.
Yes,
Period, point blank.
you're
I
right.
got my grandkids now that I have to sit there and run around and sit there and tell them and remind them of how you are. Like all these bitches be up here on YouTube talking about bullshit. Fuck that. Fuck all that. That's why I leave YouTube the fuck alone. Because at the
Brandy.
end of the day, if you really gave a fuck about your family, you would shut that shit down and handle your fucking family.
Brandy.
Period, point blank.
Brandy. My YouTube wife, she said, I thought that's what she said about me. I don't think she mentioned your name.
Who
Why?
said anything about who? Who the fuck is that? I'm not even in the chat.
Okay, that's my wife. My wife, my YouTube wife, April said, I thought that's what she said about me. I don't think, wife, she didn't mention your name. I've
Wait a
lost
minute. Who is that?
April,
Chubbs?
April. The Chubbs ain't been my wife since Queen. But
See, look,
anyway,
and that's how long I've been on YouTube paying attention to what the fuck been going on.
April is my
April, I always speak to you in the chat. April, I'm not even talking about you. I just sit there and say hello to you when I see you. You're not a thought in my head, for real, for real.
No, I thought I heard you mention it as well. That
I said,
you
no,
may
what
not.
I said there and said is my birthday came in April, which is this month.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. My
see how
birthday
we
came in April
misconstrue.
this month, and I couldn't even take a chance to sit there and really enjoy my birthday because I was thinking about my baby. I didn't sit there
Mm.
and say nobody's name. I said the month of this right
Okay,
here.
that was just a misunderstanding. That's all that was. April said
And
she lost.
that's the problem with people on
Wait,
YouTube. And just
hold on.
listen to the whole fucking
Wait,
thing instead of just jumping out there.
April says she lost a parent and a child. So she said she lost both. That was just a minute. I know that you are in where you at now. That was an honest mistake. That's all it was.
Oh
Okay.
no, I understand that it is because I love April. When I see her in the chats, I don't have no problem with her. That's why I said I wasn't talking about her. She's not a thought in my head. I was talking about the month of April because my birthday is in the month of April. And my son wasn't able to sit there and tell me happy birthday. It's been 29 fucking weeks
When
since
is
he's
your
been able
birthday?
to be
When is
here.
your birthday? When is your birthday?
In
Yeah, I
April.
ain't sitting there saying all that because I don't need nobody to know what the fuck it is.
When
But
is
just know I'm a fucking Aries. I'm an
Brandy? When is
Aries
your
at the
birthday? April
beginning
to
of the
what?
fucking month. I'm an
CMA
Brandy,
Aries.
is
when
in
is your
April.
birthday? April to what?
She ain't telling that.
I
Brandy,
said just know that I'm an Aries. I'm at the beginning of the month of April. And you
okay.
got from the beginning of the month till the 27th.
Happy motherfucking belated birthday, goddamn it. Goddamn.
I'm sorry, Mike. I really did get emotional because I
I
started
know.
thinking about
I
my
know.
baby. So
I
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm sorry. I
Happy
really
belated
like it
birthday.
was like how I'm talking at the end of the day, it's not meant for y'all. It's just like at the end of the day, I just be wondering why. I'll pop up on YouTube and then my name is in everybody's mouth. And I'm like, for what? I don't even be on here. Then I was
I'm curious
included in
about that.
stories that I
When
didn't
I
even
say
know nothing
baby,
about. I've
wait,
been dealing with this shit for fucking 2 years.
this is what I don't understand. You don't do you have a channel? You have a channel?
No, and that's the crazy part
We'll
about
be
it. You
right
would
back.
think that I would.
Her name in everybody's mouth.
Mm, I don't know why. There ain't shit to be on that motherfucker. The last thing that I posted was when me and my daughter was like, look, we went out and we had a fucking vacation. And she was like, we're going to do this vacation. You
Wait,
remember our brother.
wait a minute. I do get it because Upward name was in everybody's mouth and she ain't got no channel. So you don't have to have a channel for your name to be in everybody's mouth.
Yeah, because it just be like, I sat there and I was put into shit and I didn't even know how the fuck I got put into shit. I was dealing with shit with my own family, but then I was sitting there talking to behind scenes, talking to people. I don't have enough time to be talking to people. I have to deal with my fucking kid. The fuck are you talking about? And YouTube is not that fucking important to me, besides my motherfucking family.
But let me say this: people that subscribers that have an opinion.
What had
Right.
happened? It's
But
all quiet all of a sudden.
wait a minute.
Can you
No,
hear
look,
me?
everybody got an
Let me
opinion.
say no.
Opinions
Let me
is
say.
like
I'm gonna tell you
assholes.
why.
No, Mike.
Brandy,
Look, listen, look,
Brandy,
Mike, I
I'm
understand what you're
Brandy.
I
saying.
Let
Or
me say
can't
saying.
this.
hear
Mike,
I'm gonna tell
everybody
you
anything
have
why.
an
No,
opinion.
at all.
listen. I'm gonna
And I
tell you
see
why.
your avatar bubbles
I'm gonna tell
moving.
you why. Listen to this. There are subscribers.
That's
Sweet
weird.
Reader is a good example.
Well, I'm gonna drop down.
What? You
Think
good?
Why
that'll
are you dropping
be.
down
Can you
upward?
give me some
I need your
instruction?
opinion on
I
certain
don't know
stuff.
what's going on.
No, because at the end of the day, upward on some real shit. This what's going on is at the end of the day, I fucks with you and Mike. I don't have no problem with talking to you and Mike about the situation
Okay,
or
but
whatever
look, let
that
me
I've
say
been
this.
going through. And I know that you'll be the person, like Mike will be, to sit there and give y'all true opinion. That's why I'm
The-
sitting there asking you stay up here so you can give me your true opinion on everything that's going on.
and that's coming. Let me say this to Upward. I don't. I don't want you to drop down because I think what your advice, and I'm gonna be quiet for her as an older woman and a mother. I get it. I can't explain. I'm not a parent. I don't want you to drop down what she just said. So I'm going to back. But let me say this: as as a as a subscriber, I would say like Sweet Rita's a good example. Upward's a good example. When you a good example, Brandy, when you if you come on my panel and say, Michael, you know what, and you have an opinion, then it's like people that opens up thing, and I hate that because it opens up for people to go off because of what you think, right? So I
Yeah.
get that part. So for anybody saying anything, Upward never did anything. Sweet Rita never done anything, and people just had an issue with that. But stand in your truth to know that you have not. People gonna talk about us regardless.
That
Period.
part. And that's why Upward don't drop down. And I apologize for that. But I definitely did have a spasm out moment because at the end of the day, I'm still 29 weeks in. This shit's still sensitive. And it's some shit that I was dealing with a year before that. You know
Okay,
what
I'm
I'm
gonna let you
saying?
on Upward talk. I'm gonna let you on Upward talk. Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet.
Upward, do you understand what I'm sitting there saying?
I couldn't hear anything at all for a minute, so I dropped down and I just came back. But
Okay, well, Upward, when my son was going through how he was sitting there feeling, I was sitting there talking to him, and I was sitting there trying to do on that. And then next thing you know, I come on YouTube and I'm getting drugged, and everybody's sitting there talking about, oh, you were in back chats and you was doing this and that. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with anything. You know what I'm sitting there saying?
mm,
Then after that shit, I said, you know what, fuck it. It is what it is. If everybody fucking think it, I don't even care. Cause I got my own shit that I gotta go through. Then my son ended up doing that shit. And it's just like, now y'all still sitting there calling me the fuck out. For what? When I never talked about none of y'all. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I never talked to nobody behind scenes and all this. But I just look at it as sometimes when people don't like you, they will sit there and just add you into as, oh, well, I don't like you. So yeah, you probably was one of them too. When I really fucking wasn't, because I had too much to fucking worry about. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, and I just be so frustrated right now to the point where I just started snapping at people Upward, like
mhm.
on some real shit over these last couple of months. I just started snapping at everybody, like, you know what? Listen. And I just like, leave me alone. And then my baby going through a sinus attack right now. And he looking at me like, Mom, and I can't even help him because he's going through a sinus attack. Until his medicine sit there and fucking kick in. He gonna keep fucking sneezing like this. Like I got
Mhm.
bigger fish to fry than to be on YouTube frying shit with bitches that I don't even know.
Well, I agree with that. But I am so so sorry to hear about your son, Brandy. That's a terrible thing to have to experience and live through. But one thing, I mean, I'm no counselor at all. I mean, I'm just a good listener, and I'm a friend to many, and an enemy to some. But I really, my heart goes out to you and to your baby right now. Poor thing.
Right.
It
He
it
was
did,
just
and
keep sneezing.
but in the beginning, it kind of tickled me because it reminded me of myself. Some because I suffer from hay fever, so I get to sneezing and can't stop. It's like folks say, "Look to the lights," and I look to the light, and I'm still sneezing to the point where I rub my skin raw. So, but
Yes.
it did sound cute. So I wasn't laughing, to make fun,
No,
but it did
I
sound
know
so
you
cute.
wasn't.
Poor thing. But yeah, my heart really goes out to you. And Brandy, the only thing I can say as I was listening to you talk, I'm like, now lashing out at everybody is not the way to deal with it in a healthy way. You do know
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am. And that's
Right.
why I have not been on YouTube. And you see how I said there did that. I said I'm not lashing out. Like I'm not trying to talk crazy to nobody. I'm just on some like while y'all sitting there thinking that I really give a fuck about what y'all sitting there talking about on here. I really don't. I come on here, to get some kiki, ha ha, or whatever
And
the fucking
escape.
case. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't give a fuck about y'all motherfuckers. Y'all can argue till Sunday to Monday for all I give a fuck about.
Hmm.
But stop putting my name in shit when I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, where it came from or nothing. Because like I said and told you, I got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. And I agree with you. That's an awful lot. And when CMA asked you how old your son was, it kind of hit close to home. I mean, if anybody who's parented young adults, I think we all could relate in some way. I mean, even from our own experiences that we go through, the hormonal changes, life starts life and I mean, it's just I know what it was like when I was growing up and reached that age or that age frame. And it can be a bear. It's a lot. A lot happens during those stages, and really, like the front part of your brain, from birth until you're like 25, 26, that front, like where the baby has a soft spot, that part of the brain does not heal and solidify until you're 25, 26 years old. So that in and of itself tells a lot. And I was hoping that you didn't say that age, but it makes sense. It clicked when you said that. Because so much happens. And again, my heart goes out to you. Um, I really do have empathy and compassion. But one thing I would hope, because I know it's heavy, or I don't know. I can imagine that it's heavy and a lot to deal with. It's loss is hard anyway.
Yeah.
Um, so and I will tell you yesterday, and I'm gonna tie it back to what I'm saying. Yesterday I
Look, look,
attended a
look, look. I'm about to sit there and say, I'm about to interlude on this real fast. Do you
Mhm.
know that when he sat there and did that, his dad had to sit there and go through a whole fucking paperwork thing for him to be able to get back for us to bury our son because he wasn't where we were at. He was overseas.
Okay. Hey,
what was
can I say this? I've been listening, right? The whole, if you see the title of this, it was about God and listening to him. Brandon, I'm gonna tell you this. The hardest thing I've ever went through is with my mama. And I was saying that everything he says to me, when he says something, listen, you already know how good of a mother you were and are. You still got other kids. Don't feel guilty about nothing. We
Yes.
can sit here. Let me tell you the one, and I've never told this story. My mother, the day before she died, I called her. I don't, and Pytherians awake for anybody to remember that. She was on the phone with me, and I called my mother. My mother was supposed to leave me. Look, my mother was supposed to leave me the house, and I found out she sold it. I know why she sold it now, but anyway, I didn't speak to her. I didn't speak to her for 2 days. But then I called her. I said, Mama, I love you. It ain't forget the house. I said, if I did it, I said, I appreciate anything that you've done to me, I forgive you for. And if I done anything, I hope you forgive me. I'm glad that God used you as a vessel to get me here. I went through all of that. And then she called me the next day and said, I love you. She never said I love you that way before. It was something different. But I said, Mama, I know. She said, No, you my child. I love you. I said, okay, Mama. She had moved. She would not tell me where she stayed because for years I told her boyfriend, bitch, if my mama died before you, I'ma kill you. And she knew that. So people thought she didn't tell me that because she told me that because she knew that I was sitting here. She said, you would be the only one that can handle when I go. She knew that I would get drunk, and if I knew where she stayed, I'll be out there. Come out, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. So I didn't know. But let me tell you this. She said to me, and this is the one thing I regret, and I never told nobody this. My mother went to a clinic. Y'all saw me take her to the clinic. We rode to the clinic a many times. Where I was at, the clinic was right around the corner. My mother said, I said, Mama, well, where you stay? She would not tell me. She said, well, I have to go to the clinic tomorrow. Meet me tomorrow. I did not get up and go to that clinic because it was snowing. And do you know, I could have walked right around there. That would have been the last time that I saw my mama. But the only thing that keeps me from, I feel so bad that I did not go because I had no idea that my mother would be dead a couple of days after that. I didn't go around there. She called me. She said, why didn't you come? I never told nobody that. So when you live through, it's things that we always gonna feel. That's
Look,
always
and you know what, Mike? I'm gonna give you a high five because that's how I sat there and felt. Because, like I sat there and said, my son sat there and walked out that door, and I sat there and I was like, and I seen it in his face. I said, "What's wrong?" He was like, "Mom, I really don't want to tell you too much, because I know you got a lot to deal with." And I'm like, you could always come talk to me. Don't do that. He's like, "No, Mom, this right here, I can't talk to you about because I know that you got a lot of other things that you got to deal with. And at the end of the day, my son sat there and did that. Like, I look at it as I should
Brandy,
have sat there
but
and went down
Brandy,
there and grabbed
but
him and
Brandy,
told him he
but
couldn't and
Brandy,
did
you can
that.
also look, Brandy. Also look at it this way. He loved you so much, he didn't want to put no pressure on you. Look at it that way. My mother, listen, if it wasn't for the fact that I knew my mom used to always say, "You love me too much." If it wasn't for the fact, I wish I can go back. Two things I wish I can go back on. When she said, "Come around that clinic," and I didn't get my lazy ass up and go around there, that would have been the last time I saw her. The time before that, this is what gets me. The time before that, with my mother. I love my mama so bad. My mother, I had got a weed brownie. A weed brownie. She didn't let me know where she stayed because she knew I hated this man. My mama knew she was dying. And for 20 years, because that man put his hand on my mama, I threatened him. He wouldn't. I said, "Bitch, don't eat my food." None of that. So look, my mother called me and said, "Hey," I had sent her some of the weed brownie. My mother called me. Oh, I'm telling shit I ain't even told. She said, "Can I get some more of that brownie?" I said, "Nope. And I'll give it to you unless you tell me where you stay." And she didn't tell me. And she said, that made me feel good. I said, "Where you stay, mama?" And I didn't know she was going. And I didn't send that brownie. So do you know I could sit here and beat myself up about that? But you know why I don't? Because she know. And I know my mama know how much I loved her. But if I can go back to that day, we don't know when it's somebody's last moment, last time. That's why you do what you do while they're here. I'm not going to beat myself up. Yes, I keep saying, "Damn, why didn't I?" I said, "Mama, I'll send it to you, but I'll bring it to you." She was like, she didn't want me to know because she knew that me sitting here like, if I got drunk, because I told this man for years, "Bitch, you better hope my mama outlive you because I'm going to kill your ass." My mama did not want me to get drunk. And then I'd be out there saying, "Come out, bitch. Come out." And she did that for me. But it hurt my heart that my mama asked me for that weed brownie and I didn't give it to her. I never told nobody that. I said, "Nope, I'll bring it to you where you stay." And she wouldn't tell me.
And what y'all
So
gonna stop doing is crying, cause look, I'm
I
too
ain't
cool to
crying.
be up here being sappy and
Wait,
crying and stuff. I
upward,
need y'all to
upward,
suck it up. What?
upward. If you know me, I ain't
Oh
crying.
no, no, ain't
I'm just,
nobody crying.
wait,
Ain't nobody crying because
upward. If you know
Look,
he
me,
sat
I'm
there
not,
and
wait,
told what he
hold up.
needed to sit there and say, and I said
Uh-uh.
what I needed to
Brandy,
sit
I'm
look,
there
not,
and
both of y'all
say.
sappy
Brandy,
asses, whatever y'all know
upward,
y'all was
upward.
crying.
If you,
Stop it.
wait, upward. If you know me, I'm not crying. I'm getting a little head right now while I'm talking to
Look,
y'all.
if I
My
know
friend
your
came
ass,
over.
you crying. I'm sorry.
Look, my
See, now you
friend
got
over
me
here.
cussing.
I'm dead.
Mm-mm.
Dead
Brandy,
man,
you
Look,
get
stop crying,
Brandy,
stop crying,
Brandy.
stop crying before Upward hang up on us.
Wait, Brandy, get
right?
your ass down. You just had me be all emotional.
No, because you
Look.
got you look. I understand what you saying or saying because I lost a parent. I lost two parents and I lost a child.
But you know
So
what?
I understand both.
But
I
wait,
understand both ends.
listen, I'm determined before we get over here, we gonna have upward crying. She finna cry about something. She ain't gonna
Look.
just have us crying. God damn it. No, I'm joking.
Look at here. Let me tell you something.
You got
Look,
something you need to cry about, damn it.
Well, no, she said she felt bad for my baby because he over
no,
here coughing his neck out.
I do.
Hopefully,
I
hopefully,
feel bad for your whole situation. I mean,
yeah, no, but
it's
look,
so
hopefully the
sad.
medicine that I gave him upward, hopefully the medicine that I gave him will start kicking in and he'll just be able to, lay back and relax.
But
No,
look, Brandy, let me
I
tell
pray
you
it does.
Brandy, let me say this. This reminds me of some years ago. Upward, I mean, what is the lady name I got into it with so much? The one I said that got me together the most. Locally, she interviewed she interviewed somebody, right? And their child kept coughing. Okay, see, I said I was gonna stop doing. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, live in the
I'm
present.
fucking, look, I'm like, I don't know what this is there say now. Like, he's like, let me shut the fuck up.
Mm.
Wait,
Won't
baby, you
God
was
do
the
it?
only one that let your baby cough. Yeah.
But look, I'll sit there and say this. At the end of the day, it's been 29 weeks. It's about to be 30 weeks next month. Next week, where my son ain't gonna be here. Like, he missed my birthday and everything, and I'm always gonna love him. But one thing for sure is I know that how he is and how I raised him, he wouldn't want me to sit there and dwell on it to the point where all my other kids is like, Mom, stop doing that. You can't do that.
Well, look,
You got all of us. We still here, and I got to sit there and start taking in their feelings into consideration
But
instead of harboring on my one that
but
left.
not only that, Brandon, that's a whole lot to deal with. The only thing I'll say and say it with finality is that I hope, and if I could offer you any piece of advice, I would highly recommend that you, not because you're crazy or anything, because that's a heavy load to carry. And like you said, you have to still be there and show up for your other children.
Uh,
So what I would recommend is that you definitely get into counseling like yesterday.
oh no, I have a
and
therapist. We
Brandon,
have a
and
therapist. We have a family
Brandon.
therapist.
Okay,
That
and
Good.
family
Brandon, I'm gonna tell
therapist
you,
been in this family for 14 years.
and
She
Brandon,
already
I'm gonna
know
tell you,
everything that's going
Brandon,
on.
I'm gonna
But
tell you what I
regardless of whether
recommend
you
to
having a therapist, it's how you deal with
Mm.
you dealing with the
I,
therapist. Like, there's
Brandon.
still
I get,
certain things that I don't tell the therapist.
Mm.
Like, I got a
and
one
you
year old.
listen,
I got a
Brandon,
1 year
Brandon.
old that's
Oh my
never going to
God.
sit
Wait,
there and know
hold on,
his
Brandon.
older
I hear
brother.
that, but I
Mm.
love what Upward said. But the only thing I would recommend as well, Upward said what she said. I recommend that you get a cough syrup or cough drop. No, I'm just messing. um, at the end of the day,
Man, because Mike, you don't know how I look. I've been snapping out at everybody this last month. I've been snapping out at people, but no, we got a family therapist.
that is what
We
makes
had a
them Brandon.
therapist since my no,
Brandon.
look, we had a
That is the
therapist since
whole
my
purpose.
kids was
Wait, that is the whole
teenagers.
purpose of me. You listen. I will tell you. I didn't realize that. If anything that Shelby said, was I mad at Shelby for doing videos because I feel like she could have called me? Yes. But the one thing that she did say that I felt was true, Michael, you're upset that your mother is gone. So a lot of we do stuff not even knowing it. Yes, I cuss motherfuckers out. Yes, I did that. That is why I'm so glad that I'm in the place where now nothing bothers me. I let Michael Stowall up here. So even though he still was on that same stuff, I'm not mad. I can't
Yeah.
change anybody. All I can change is me.
Look, Mike. That's why I'm happy that I already had a therapist because I'm not mad at the fact of anything that you just said there and said.
Hmm.
What I'm doing right now is I'm disappointed in myself because I keep still seeing my baby's face
Yeah.
when he sat there and said, "No, mom," and I'm like, "No, nigga, I knew you needed to talk to me, but I didn't sit there and push that further to make him want to talk to me." For real, I'm not mad at nobody.
Brandon,
What
you
I'm
don't
mad
even
about
realize.
right
You
now,
don't even realize.
look, Mike, look, the clear the ear and on everything. I'm not mad at myself. I'm not even really mad at him. I'm just mad about how the situation went because I know that I probably could have made it be better. I can't blame myself and I can't blame him because obviously there was something that he couldn't tell me and he handled it the best way that he could. And obviously there was something that I didn't understand about that situation for me to help him understand it, to let him know that there was a different way that he could have sat there and handled it. You know what I'm saying? They're saying I'm done with the self blaming. I don't blame him. I don't blame me. What I am is, I guess to put it in a better type of mind frame is I just know that I'm gonna miss my son and I'm never gonna see him until I die
Yeah.
and I'm be able to see
Let me
him
tell you
again.
something.
That's
Brandy, let
what
me
I'm
tell you
mad
something.
about.
Brandy, let me tell you something. You just said something that helped me. You said something about it's nothing that we can change, and we can. We cannot change it. At the end of the day, God, we are built. If He can be on Calvary and go through all of that,
Mm-hmm.
if He can go through all of that on His last week on earth, the thorns in His head, pierced in the side, nails in His feet and hand,
It
what
is
we
what?
go,
And it's
what
free.
we come on,
And
what
it's sweet.
carrying that cross like He did. That is, do you know what we going through on this earth is nothing. He built us to be able. You are able to talk like you talk. You ain't most. There's some women that beat and killed themselves. There's
Mm-hmm.
some women that are beating themselves up. But when you know you did what you were supposed to do,
Amen.
when
Amen.
I sit here, like I said at my mama's funeral, the only reason I'm crying is not because of nothing I didn't say, or it wasn't another word I couldn't say. It was another I love you. It was another, not another kiss, another hug. It's the fact that I can't talk to you on this side anymore. I just
That
looked at a
part.
video. I looked at a video the other day, and I could put it up where I got out of my mama's car and I kissed her. And as I got out the car, I said, you know what? I kiss my mama every time because I don't know when it's going to be the last time. I said, I did everything I could do. Ain't
Mhm.
nothing a bitch can say. I don't give a fuck if somebody say, oh, your mama didn't like. That's your interpretation.
Mhm.
Can't nobody tell me that I'm not Upward's friend if you don't know what me and Upward talk about.
Right.
Can't nobody say that Brandy ain't my niece if you can leave here tomorrow. I can leave here tomorrow. We know our relationship. You know what you did. Don't yeah. I don't care if your baby coughing or not. If you know your baby.
Oh well, wait a minute. Just sit there and see. I think the medicine finally worked because he went to sleep.
No, you know what it is. I prayed about it. I said, Lord, please give him another mama. Now,
Oh my Lord! You know what, Mike? You get on my fucking nerves.
listen,
Yes. That
girl,
part.
you ain't got to explain to nobody about being a mom. First of all, you got 12 kids, two of them mine.
I don't have 12 kids. I was just playing. I don't have
I,
12
look, girl,
kids.
listen, we did. But
I
when you
damn
said,
near do got
wait,
12 kids, but they
when you
ain't
said,
12.
but I ain't gonna lie,
God
bro, I
damn
ain't
it.
gonna lie. But
Brandon, what you say? I damn near got 12 kids.
That poor look. Now he done started sneezing. Like, yeah, now you lying. There ain't 12 of us.
Like, right.
But you know what? I sit there, you know what? One thing that I did sit there and do is I
What you
think that
sit
God
there
sat
and do,
there.
Brandy? What did you sit there and do, girl?
Look, what I sat there and I think that God sat there and did, he knew that my son was going to leave. And that's why he gave me another son. Because at the end of the day, when I was pregnant, that's when we sat there and started going through him not knowing what he wanted to do with his life. And he felt like, he was just going through his own thing. And I was sitting there talking to him like that. And then, boom, he was here. He was here for 2 years after that. And he always sat there and told him, I'm your older brother. You better remember me. And I got this bomb ass picture of how he is playing with my fucking baby. And
Oh,
I sat there and I said, I'm gonna put that in the middle of my living room
yeah.
because
Blow
it
it
was
up
like,
as big as you can.
and look, and like all the other kids sat there and said they was like, when somebody gonna do something to themselves, they never tell you that they gonna do it. The people that want you to help them is the ones that tell you that they gonna do it. And my son, when he went to go do that, he ain't tell nobody nothing. He did it.
Because he was serious about it. If he was telling you and all this other stuff, that's when they don't really want to do it. That's a cry for help.
Yes. And he didn't want nobody's help. He knew his mom. He knew how to talk this ass out of 302, this ass to do whatever I could have sat there and did. At the end of the
Wow.
day, at the end of the day, my baby knew I loved him. He knew I did.
Yeah. And that's all
But
that matters.
obviously, everybody that's in this world ain't always meant for this world. Sometimes they gotta sit there and just, go out the way that they choose to go out. And that's why I sat there and said, I'm not mad at him. I'm not even mad at myself. I had to get over that. I
Mm.
understand. Baby, you wasn't meant for this world. It's okay.
Well, he
You needed
was,
to go
but
visit your grandparents and shit.
for an appointed time. He had a purpose, and maybe it doesn't make sense now, but in time, it will make sense. And the biggest thing, like CMA said, and you alluded to as well, is that you're not blaming yourself. That's the worst thing that could happen. See it for what it is. God makes no mistakes, and
Yes.
I wish there was a poem. I mean, there is a poem that I'm aware of, and it's called "He Maketh No Mistake." I can't even think of who the author is of the poem, but I guarantee if you Google it, he maketh no mistake. I hope that you find it. I wish I could send it to you, just screenshot it, send it to you, for momentary comfort when you need that extra wind
CMA got
beneath
my
your wings.
number. CMA got my number. He know how he can sit there. I don't know because
Well, if you don't mind, I will yeah, I'll coordinate through him and we'll kind of work it behind the
yeah,
scenes.
CMA
But
got my number. You send it to him, and I'll
okay.
definitely sit there and I will sit there and ask you to sit there and do, little quotes and stuff because at the end of the day, one thing about it is when you birth something and that person sit there and leave, it's always a harder life. You know what I'm saying? Understand? Because
Yeah.
no one wants to leave before their kids do. But sometimes
Yeah.
their kids leave before they do. It's just how you handle it and keep moving on. Because I
Right.
got other kids that I have to live for. You know what I'm saying? They're saying
Okay,
Yeah.
hey, can I just want to interrupt. Can we have a commercial break? Look, we've been on here 2 hours. So listen, y'all. This is a business. I think I'm at 1 more hour on my StreamYard. So listen, if y'all want to support the channel, we on here 2 hours. It's very important.
CMA, why you don't sit there and call that number that I sat there and told? Well, you be calling it when I be at
Look,
work, so I can answer it. You probably don't think it's
I called
fast.
you. I did. Look, I called you a couple times.
Look, that's why I said you probably be calling the number when I be at work and I can't answer it. So you probably like, I don't even think that this is hers.
Well, listen. First of all, you young, and I know you like me, and all you be hitting on me and stuff, and so that is just a problem with me
I'm just
because
mad because I got this 1 year old baby that is yours and you're not taking care of. So I feel some type of way about
baby.
this.
First
Look,
of all,
I need
typical
some
black
food
man.
stamps or I need something.
uh-uh. First of all, I got the coochie 2 years ago, so it couldn't be my baby. When the birthday? No, I'm joking. No. I
I'm
love
fucking
your
dead.
I love your disposition. Listen, Brandy, we have to be honest. When you came up the first time and you said, "I've been watching you," me and Upward, I said, "Oh, because look, we had to listen to you at first." I said, "Was she letting us have it?" And we
Mhm.
laughed. And we said, "But she is so sweet." So we felt it. First of all, we was looking at you side eye because that's Upward's word.
I know.
Wait,
I be
Upward
looking
was
at me
looking at us
sad.
side. What we thought about. I said, "Okay, well, ever since then you've been so sweet." And I wish you had told me because let me tell you one thing about Forcing Game. I'm glad you're not like that other girl who lied about her son dying because if somebody come up here and say the Forcing Game,
Oh no, no,
oh,
no,
but why
no. Let's
you
not
come
talk
up?
about lying about no, don't do that.
Yeah. Look, she was like, "Listen, baby," because the one thing about this Forcing Game, when somebody say something happened, what's the cash app? I'll be like, that time I said, "Hold up, let's get to the obituary first." And
Oh,
that,
wait a minute. I know who you're talking about. Because
yeah,
that's the girl that y'all sat there ended up having to go back and look at. It was a whole bunch of bullshit.
that was her
But look, CMA, guess what? When my son sat there and passed away, I didn't come up here and tell nobody no shit until right
that.
now. He's
Yeah.
already passed away. He's in my urn right here in my house where I could look at him right now.
And look, they tried to, when my mother passed, they tried to let me have it. I did a video saying she already has insurance. I said, but
Mhm.
there is extra things that I would love to do. And it fucked people up because shout out to the Forcing Game. Not only did they put me in a hotel for 3 nights that cost $300 a night.
Mm.
I should have got a $60 sleazy motel, but $300 a night. And I went to that most expensive restaurant, and my bill came to $160, and they paid for it. My sister even said, she said, I heard your people sent you thousands of dollars. I said, I heard my mama had had an insurance policy. So, but the one thing I love about the 4C game, they will jump in there. Do y'all remember? This might have been before your time, Upward. This one lady came up and she hit my panel. She said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm on the panel with you." Like I was a celebrity. And she started talking about how her husband jumped on her, right? And she was trying to move. And before you know it, the 4C game sent her about $300-400. We never heard from that heifer again.
Well, damn. I know who you talking about. That was that old lady with that had that one weird ass wig on.
Wait a minute. It wasn't the one that I was having an issue with, was it?
No, it was the one old lady that had the wig on, because I swear Mike sat there and said, turn your camera on so I can see who's giving me all this money.
Yeah. And I'm like this. Even the reason I was so mad with her name was Lieutenant Nina Ross, because my mother had just died, and Shelby said, and when Shelby did a video, she said, "I can't believe you. He had just lost his mama." So I stopped mourning my mother to do that. So the money that you got, I probably could have got. No,
but look, Mike, don't forget, at the end of the day, at one point in time, you and Shelby had each other's backs. So at the end of the day, y'all just chose to leave each other partially.
And let me explain that too, because I mentioned everybody now. I should have mentioned her. The reason I did not do any videos on Shelby, because we had this thing that we would, I hear that much about Shelby. There's certain people y'all just never want to see me go off on a Upward, on a speed reader, on is certain people. And now I'm in a different place.
Because don't forget, back in the day, it was you, Shelby.
No,
listen.
No, let me
back
finish.
in the day,
Let me finish. Even with Queen, everybody kept saying how long I've known her. Even if the place I'm in now, because I kept saying if a video wasn't done, I don't care who do a video on me. If I'm in such a good place, I wouldn't even give you do a video. It's not going to bother me. Now, Shelby is one. I did not. Yeah. I could have done a video. And look, I'm not one of those people like you gotta, if you fuck with her, you get no. It wasn't about nobody but me and Shelby. I don't give a damn what nobody thinks about me and Shelby. Shelby know and I know. So I didn't do a video and I walked away from that. Did it hurt me? Yeah. But that would be one of the first people that I would say, hey, you know, the place that I'm in now, can't nobody talk about Shelby. And
yeah, that's what I was saying. Mike, at the end of the day, you gotta understand.
Brandy, I was mad as hell at Shelby because I felt like we were in such a place that why get mad at me about somebody else? All of that. See, you gotta find peace in yourself first in order to get past all of that. And that is where I'm at. Shelby, I love you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call her. No, I ain't, because I ain't that drunk. No, just go ahead, y'all.
No, but look, at the end of the day, what I was sitting there saying, Mike, is at the end of the day, you and Shelby, y'all had a special type of relationship. Even though y'all walked away, at least y'all walked away.
No,
cordially. Y'all walked away cordially, because when I first sat there and came into your chat, it was you, Shelby, Cap, and Nadia and Rasheed when I came into your chat.
Brandon, you got to rephrase that. We didn't walk away. She walked away. I ain't walked away from nobody. Come on. Now, and I ain't mad. I'm mad that I didn't walk away from nobody. People, she chose to feel her way about whatever she did. And it shocked me. So I didn't walk away from nobody. Because if she had got into it with somebody, I would have stayed out of it, period. So, no, we didn't. She did, and I dealt with it, and I ain't mad at her. I'm over it because I'm in a peaceful place. So don't say we, say she. If that makes sense.
I think that y'all got a decent relationship, and if y'all was to able to sit there and be able to come like to
did you hear what
y'all would be okay.
Brandy, did you hear what I just said? You said that
I heard what
y'all,
you said.
you
I
said
just
y'all
got
chose to
pissed
walk
out.
away. You said y'all chose to walk away. I didn't walk away from nothing. I was just shocked. Listen, I reacted to somebody feeling some type of way about me getting into it with somebody else. And I'm not even mad about it because I'm in such a good place. So no, it wasn't me. It was because I would have never done that. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what makes other people react. But you live, you learn. I don't wish no hurt, harm, or danger. And if I saw Shelby, I'm gonna give her a big ass hug and still say I love you. She ain't my YouTube wife no more, but I love her. April, you didn't took that, but April stole me. Now I'm joking. Go ahead.
Oh shit, I feel special.
Yeah.
Me and you done stole it.
Oh,
Yeah,
girl, don't add me to the mix.
I said April stole me. April.
Mm-mm.
Oh, look into the back chat, y'all.
I'm not supposed to be laughing on there. That's kind of funny to me. What happened to Brandy? I love Brandy. CMA, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I had to use the bathroom again. I don't listen.
Oh, for the love. I'm going to call you Pissy Melissa. What is going on?
First of all, I'm old, and you know I gotta unroll it. Now let me tell you.
Oh,
I've been over here a long time. Wait, is this somebody backstage?
look, I had to
Okay.
get my church clothes together.
I
Look,
have
I got to be christened after all this chat, child. Lord, and then I turn around and look at the camera in here. I'm by myself. Really? Really, dude?
okay. I'm bad, y'all. See, I'm a little tipsy.
I
Oh,
can't hear
Brandon.
you. Oh, so I guess if I'm remembering the last time, how come I
Can
can't
you hear me?
hear neither one of you? Brandy's back now.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
So I need
Can
to
you?
drop down? Is that
Yeah.
it?
No, look into the back
And
chat,
y'all up here?
and that's for both
All
of
right,
y'all.
look. I love
Well,
y'all.
that's why. Look,
I need to go get
well,
my church clothes. It's one
you
o'clock
gotta
in the
drop
morning.
down because we can't hear
I
her.
plan to be up here give an hour of my time, volunteer time.
Hey, y'all that made
Well,
me.
you know
I'm not
you
trying to
are a
be a
beautiful black
YouTuber,
woman, and I love how you be
but
having
it's
your
been
gray
a
hair out
blast.
there.
See, man, you
Okay,
saying something. I don't know what you're saying. Hopefully, you can hear me.
we
But
can
I
hear
love
you, but
y'all.
you can
I'm going to
hear.
listen in. I'm going to go on
Upward, can
and
you hear me?
get up these here stairs and iron my
Upward,
clothes for tomorrow
upward,
or today, a few
upward.
hours
Oh,
later.
damn,
So
upward can't hear
thank you
me.
for the opportunity. Love, love, love. Brandy, I wish you the best. I will definitely be praying for you and interceding on your behalf, honey. And love you,
Upward,
love you,
why
love you. And
can't you
see you,
hear me?
Brandy. God bless you, hon. Okay. All
Upward,
right.
up,
Love y'all.
upward.
I'm
Oh,
out.
Lord,
And
Lord
like I said, I'll be
Jesus.
listening in. Love you guys. Bye.
CMA. CMA, what happened?
Hey,
CMA,
well,
what happened? I was
look,
sitting there,
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
Upward, can you hear me? Upward, couldn't hear me.
I
I
think
told her
something.
to look in the back chat so everybody could get my number.
Okay, I did. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, look, yes, upward drop down. I had to get my clothes together. I'm gonna jump in the bath. Love you. I screenshotted it. So me and you going to talk.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you for coming out. I wish we had each other number. I didn't know you went through all of that by yourself.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I
I
love
did.
you.
Just sit there. Just look. Text me first so I know that it's you and you're not a random number calling my phone.
I ain't texting you. I'm sending you a nasty picture first. Now, if you
Oh,
get
look.
your
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, you already got this baby here that you need to be paying child support for.
hey, El Cheapo. Hey, baby, we about to leave now. But okay, I'm going to slide. I'm going to screenshot that, and we will talk. Okay.
All right, CMA. I love you. I'll talk
I
to you
love
in a
you
little
too, and
bit.
I'm praying for you, baby.
All right, babes.
Oh,
Thanks.
all right. All
All
right.
right.
See you.
Bye bye.
Okay, y'all. So listen, I'm sitting here. I got to get my clothes together. I'm about to get in the shower. What was I about to say? First of all, Sid, you don't know what people going through. CMA, pay your child support. You so silly. Work. El Tipo, I love you. Y'all look forward to me interviewing Happy Housewife so much that she has helped. Y'all don't know how many of y'all have helped me through a lot of things. And I'm in a different place. I'm in a different space. I'm excited about going to church tomorrow. So that's why I'm getting off of here that I gotta take me, do a little whoosh, 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 whoosh here. I'll talk to Upward in the morning. We always talk on her way to church. My church is better than her church, but she's never gonna say that. My church better than Upward's church. It is what it is. Don't judge us, judge yourself. But anyway, it is good to have an amazing night. You too. Tell the baby I love her baby. I love El Chipo's daughter. She is just, first of all, so beautiful. Make me wish I'm gonna go out and go half on the baby. Anybody want to go half on the baby? Let's go. I'm 57. Is it too late for me to have a baby? Yeah, church in the AM. I would say, no, man, my church is on fire. All of it. Listen, I know because Fritz puts it on fire. I love Fritz. But anyway, I hope we did go a little sideways. I hope that this live, not only, you never know what somebody's going through. I'm gonna pray for Brandy, and I can't imagine. Even when somebody loses their mother, I don't even say I know what you're going through because I don't. It's a hard thing. I even have to stop telling people that have their mother, appreciate them while they're there, because I didn't like nobody telling me that. You have to do what works for you. When people say, you know what, it gets better, it gets easier, and that pisses me off because it doesn't. Every day that I wake up and Michael Ann is not here, that's another day that I don't talk to her. I hope God gives me longevity, and I know He will because it said in the Bible to honor thy mother and father so your days on earth will be longer. I kind of wish I had them because I know I'm gonna have long days, but I got to spend the rest of this without my mother and father. And I didn't have any children, so I look at El Chipo's daughter, who looks just like me, and I don't know because I traveled the country, and I don't know because I've been drunk a lot of times. I think me and El Chipo did something. We need to have a no, I'm just joking, El Chipo. I love your daughter though. That's my baby. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this and listen to what God says. Now I know y'all listen to this and say, well, you know what they were talking about God? You know what? God knows me. Worry about your relationship with Him and not mine. Worry about your relationship with Him and not mine. The next thing to godliness is cleanliness. Half of y'all ain't even clean. I'm gonna wash my nuts. Okay, let me stop. But anyway, I'm gonna find something to wear. I want to shout out Upward for coming up and Brandy, who I had no idea of Brandy, but God don't put nothing more on people than they can handle. Like He didn't let my mother go and then my daddy go the day before Father's Day, or let me be in jail. Listen, y'all, I don't even have a felony. I'm 57. And I was locked up. I had a tether on my ankle, which I never had in my life. I actually forgot that I had a tether on when I went to my mother's funeral. God was like, I'm gonna contain you. Even when when my mother's birthday come up, remember that, y'all? And I had to have surgery. And I was so prepared to be so sad and cry. God was like, I'm going to give you something else to worry about because what you're not going to do. And God has brought me through. My mom been gone 3 years. And I ain't jumped in front of a bus. I don't have any children. My mother was my best friend. So do y'all think I gave a damn when somebody said, wanted to play video talking about his mama let him have it, his mama didn't like him? No, only the truth hurts. Some people don't even have a relationship. For me to have made it 3 years without my mama, I'm in my right mind. I ain't out here hoeing. I ain't on drugs. I ain't jumped in front of a bridge. I ain't a truck. I ain't jumped off a bridge. It's nothing but the grace of God and prayers. And prayers. I'm going to miss my mother every day of my life. And if you love your mama, you feel the same way. Nothing will take place. I mean, not being able to hug her, call her, go lay my head in her lap, go climb in the bed with. I was that type. I'd go to my mama's house. She'd be sleeping in bed. I'd kick my shoes off and go lay right next to my mama. Play footsies. The Michael Ann and Michael Allen. So stop telling me it get better. Stop telling me that I'll be able to handle every day without that woman. It's another day that hurts my soul, and I'm in mourning. I thank God for life, but also hurt because every day is another day without her. And I'm not on here to be sad because I'm gonna go to church tomorrow and I'm gonna thank God for life. When I wake up in the morning, I put my foot on the ground. I'm gonna say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. And then I'm gonna say, Lord, keep my mama. Keep my mama. My heart goes out to, my heart goes out to her from day one. I've always liked Brandy, such, okay, oh my God. Oh, so that's what we do. You want to talk about the conversation we had about when Brandy, no, I'm just joking. I'm screaming. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for listening. Whoever listened, and I'm sure y'all watch the aftermath. And for everybody that don't like me that's watching, I love y'all too. Because y'all didn't give me my joy and y'all can't take it. And how can I get mad or be mad looking this damn good? I look better than most people on my worst day. I need to save. Look, I look better. Wait till y'all see me dressed up tomorrow. But God, y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Support the channel, $313 comedian. Share, like, subscribe. Type amen in the chat. And do what you need to do. And this is what I want to leave y'all with. If God tell you something, listen to him. And here's the last thing. Stop worrying about what man said and worry more about what God says. Oh, that was a word. All right. This comedian Michael Allen. I'm out. Peace. Thank you. Wait. Hold up. Thanks to Upward and Brandy for coming up. All right. Peace.